make some noise in here. Whoa, whoa.
More FM 104.7. 104.7.
Every night, whatever I do, I'll get it right. With no regret, no guilt, no shame. This time, no, not this time. Once I surrender, I won't dare look back. 'Cause if I do, I'll get off track. Move ahead in faith and patiently await your answer. What will it be? Sight beyond what I see. You know what's best for me. Prepare my mind, prepare my heart for whatever comes. I'm gonna be ready, strength to pass any test. I feel like I'm so blessed with you in control. I can't go wrong, 'cause I always know I'm gonna be ready. I was free to do what I wanted to. Lost everything, but I still had you. You showed me your grace. Now my life's renewed, and I thank you. Yes, I thank you. So I'll tell anyone who'll listen, I'll testify about how good you were to me when so-called friends passed me by. The fact that you would show somebody so broke down, so much mercy beyond what I see. You know what's best. I know you know what's best for me. Prepare my mind, and prepare my heart for whatever comes. I wanna be ready. Give me the strength to pass any test. I feel like I know that I'm so blessed. You're in control. I can't go wrong. No. 'Cause I know that I'm gonna be ready. I'll be ready. So use me as you will. I'll pay the price. 'Cause you made the ultimate sacrifice. It's all because of you that I even have life. And I'll give my love as a tribute to how great you are. Sight beyond what I see. You know what's best. You know what's best for me. Prepare my heart, prepare my mind. Whatever comes, I'm gonna be ready.
What up? 104.7.
The ground report. The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
I want to pass this test. I feel like I know that I am, know that I am, know that I'm.
Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. Shop at ADC Supermarket, Cleaver Road. A very comfortable and clean environment. These prices are unbelievable. Come see for yourself. We have the best alcohol prices. Don't miss out. Get those specials on liquor. Put food on your table with ADC Supermarket, conveniently located at number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima. Every Friday and Saturday is real vibes and live entertainment from your very own DJ Christian on Friday and Saturday. Everyone is talking about ADC Supermarket. Shop in comfort and in a clean environment with the best prices for all your grocery needs. Secured parking. Remember, free delivery. Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. ADC Supermarket, number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima.
Add some value to your good times with a Wow Bucket from KFC.
You have no time to cook cause you're stuck in traffic. You're working late, don't worry, we got it. Life hectic, KFC's on flick. For real value, come get it. Wow, bucket, wow, get yours now. When you only go, you like me. Wow, bucket, good for every bucket. Together is better with a wow bucket.
7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95. Bringing people together. KFC, it's finger licking good.
This is the voice of Labour. I am Akiba Wilson, General Secretary of the Contractors and General Workers Trade Union. We are calling on all citizens and workers of Trinidad and Tobago to join us on Labor Day, June the 19th, 2024, as we assemble at Avocat Junction, Faizabad for 9 a.m. Unite to fight justice for all.
Saturday, 20th July. Get ready for the More Music Festival. Concert Capital, Queens Park, Savannah. With headline superstars. R&B sensation, Shalamar. Featuring Howard Hewitt, Jeffrey Daniel, and Carolyn Griffey. Reggae dancehall icon, Tanya Stevens. From Barbados, Biggie Irie. The living legend, General Grant. Big Bang Karma. With Robbie B. and Nisha B. Plus the All-Stars Band and more. Early bird general tickets available now at only $200. Exclusively at Cache Stores nationwide. Good Times Bar, Sandy Grande. Adderley's Cross Crossing. Scrapes Car Wash, Trin City. Farouk's Barbershop, Movar. Bobby's Bar, Q-Rem. Dust Till Dawn, Point Fortin. And More FM, 177 Tragry Road, Woodbrook. VIP $700. And VVIP all-inclusive $1,500. Tickets only available at More FM. For more info, call 221-4913 or see social media for details. Keywords More Music Festival.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show host or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. Hey, 16 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. You're studio the Pitbull of Radio, Lennox Smith in studio. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you. To all senior citizens, a pleasant good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago. Good morning to you, Tobago. Hey, Hanifadi Mohammed, good morning. Yeah, on Facebook. Lakshman James, a pleasant good morning to you there on YouTube. Oh boy, Primraj, good morning to you. Ryan, good morning. Oh boy, John, good morning. Wendy and John, good morning. Indra. Indra Pinky. Good morning. Shirley, good morning to you. Budram John. Matilda Rose, always there. You and Anne-Marie Amin. And next one there. Tara, pleasant good morning to you. All of you, man. So much of you already lock on. Anne Brown. Oh boy. Gloria. Ex-caller or some sort. Oh boy. A lot of Taras, eh? But all the Tara, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rosa. Ali. Yeah, good morning. Michael Scotland. Good morning. Nicky Nick. Good morning. Gemma Passad. C. Passada. Good morning to you. Biznat Passad, good morning. Grace Caesar, all of you. Angela Singh. Yeah. All of you that are locked on, man. And Brown. Mala, good morning. And Mala Bed Daisy, good morning to you. Trini Nairo, good morning. Ali Trini, good morning too. Davika Balkaran, good morning. Matilda Rose, well, always there, boy. Great music, eh? What? Are you listening to good music? Yeah, good morning to each and every one of you that are locked on to us on Real Media TT on Facebook. Real Sita morning. I Sita Motilal. Sita Motilal, good morning to you. Harrigan. Yeah, good morning. Crystal, good morning. All of you that are locked on. And I'm going to say a pleasant good morning to those of you in your maxi taxis. In your taxis, Rampasad, good morning. In your PH, like Fernandez, Crystal Fernandez. Yes, on your PH taxis, your maxis, all the transportation that lock on to us this morning. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity in your vehicles. Not forgetting to say a pleasant good morning to all senior citizens. Good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister island, Tobago. Hey, Tobago, good morning to you. Must say good morning to all loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers, supporters. I must say good morning to all haters. Bad mind people, good morning to you all. Most important morning is for the people that we are called patriots, stakeholders, Trinbagonians. Yeah, Trinbagonian will be someone that will put their God the family first before the race, religion, and politics, what is destroying us. John says shalom to you all. Shalom. All right, John. Right, now I want you all online. What was the results yesterday? Yeah, but then the person go tell me that will be Lennox Smith. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. Joe Williams, good morning too, man. Aisha, good morning. Carmen, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you as well, my friend.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Well, of course, you heard me loud and clear because I heard you responded appropriately.
Yes.
Well, a pleasant good morning to all at Sundry, East, West, North, South, Central, or French to be on wherever you are streaming on the worldwide web. Pleasant day to you. Well, of course, the election results, the by-election results have returned. The PNM won, of course, the electoral district of Indian Walk, Lingua, Indian Walk, and of course the other side. Well, the UNC won the other by-election in the
that bad. That first one, that bad. That still shows that a stronghold is a stronghold for the PNM at the end of the day, and whether or not people seeing the problems, the pain, pressure, that they are still willing to give the PNM the next 5 years. I find that whether we win one on one, I think with what's going on and with people holding this government accountable, this government being a taxing, lying, thieving government, this government that not creating nothing, but all the doing is taxing the people.
I noted very significantly a lot of resources, like what happened in Tobago was poured into that particular electoral district by the PNM. So they have not, of course, stopped their what I should say, getting an unfair advantage ways. So that has happened there. We know that, and clearly
even if that happened,
candidate himself,
yeah.
Now the candidate himself seemed to be a very popular guy as well. So that combination probably created that. But of course,
based on the candidate too.
Yeah. So I think and imagine a victory. I think 700 votes. It's much better for the PNM candidate than, of course, on the last occasion where there was a narrowing of it. So,
how much votes the PNM got win by so far?
700 votes.
How much votes I get?
In Lingua, yeah. No. They got he got 2,083 votes, and Nicole Gopal. She got 1,336 votes, which of course is a difference of 747.
And how much is imagine that the side where UNC win on? How much that person get? The UNC person? How much?
And that is what I was noting. You know the Guardian in include that in the article that I'm reading from, and I found it, let me say, questionable. I'll put it that way. Very strange.
No, but you the callers, you the listeners and text us and you on Real Media TT on Facebook and YouTube. Give us an idea, please. How much votes the UNC candidate get and how much he win by? Like how we know the PNM candidate win by 700 and some votes. I plenty, though. By plenty,
Yeah, but of course, in the article, I just want to, identify those nuances that I find strange and playing up one but playing down, or should I say, being silent on the other. Because even the candidate for the other electoral district, the article talks about the candidate Sukdeo being happy for the 1,000 voters that voted for him, but yet still,
but you saying he get 2,000 something? How much a UNC candidate get? I really want to know that. 2,000 something he getting.
No, listen again. I spoke about the lingua first, and I'm saying that it's 2,000. I have all the information there, but I don't have all the information for the other electoral district.
Which is the one that the UNC? Which is the one that the UNC win?
UNC won, yeah. But however, the advocate puts in the comment of the PNM candidate, Sugdio, saying that and I'm quoting here, he congratulated Sugdio on the election and was happy that he captured the hearts of 1,000 voters despite the result. Nanan said he plans to continue working with the community through the regional corporation that is supposed to be dominating there. But the point I'm making is that I'm seeing a deliberate playing down of the UNC victory as opposed to the playing up of the PNM victory in Indian Walk.
Some people here online is saying
it may be accidental.
Some people here online is saying they want to believe part of they say it had low voter turnout, and they want to believe part of what it is we will watch the low voter turnout or not margin is the infighting. Some people saying the infighting could cause problems.
Clearly, the UNC has a responsibility to evaluate as to why that margin of victory as compared to the previous one, and the fact and what were the facts. As I say, off the cuff, I'm saying that the largest that was delivered there, land for the landless, various housing grants, and a number of things. In fact, it was a topic that caused Kamala Prasad-Bissessar to say that it was a violation of the elections principle. And of course, Rowley retorted by saying, well, when there was a by-election in St. Joseph with Ian Allen as the candidate, I remember there were, of course, all kinds of goodies being shared in St. Joseph at the time. So, of course, a case of pot calling kettle black kind of thing. But, of course, Dr. Rowley has always said that PNM must be held at a higher standard. So it demonstrates a total breakdown and contradiction of this man, but always for some political and power-grabbing or power-mongering agenda. So we know that it's part of his rhetoric, but of course the UNC has to evaluate why that margin of victory for the PNM. That is clear.
But what frightened me about that, because what you are saying here this morning, Lennox Smith, is that in the last local election, that same district that the PNM win, it was not 2,000 something people came out and voted. It was less than that. And the margin of victory was even less than that. Would you be able to give me an idea of the last one? What was the margin of victory?
That I was trying to get this morning before I came here. I tried to get on the EBC line, of course. I know
well, for those of you that are online, those of you that are on real media, if you all have an idea,
people,
let us know. Somebody also said for the UNC seat, they said they think it's 1,200.
This situation,
for the UNC seat, somebody saying they think it's 12 to 1,300 votes is what was cast. So I still want to know how much the PNM got in that 12, all right, the win by 12, 1,300 something or 1,200 something. How much the PNM get? They get what? 1,100? They get what? 1,200 or they win by what? 50 votes? I need to know that. We need to know that. So for those of you that like us.
This article doesn't help me with respect to the, as I say, to the latter. It doesn't help me at all. It still says what the PNM candidate would have gotten, but not what the UNC candidate gotten, or indeed the total amount in the article I have before me from the Guardian. So we need to get it. But of course, I'm sure that.
Yeah, but then I will also watch in those areas down there at the end of the day, which is those areas really and truly covers Moruga is one, and the next area it covers is what? All two is Moruga side.
Well, no, you have Moruga and you have Superior.
Right. So one Superior, one Moruga by elections. And when I will think that this will be a referendum this year, to local government will be a referendum against the PNM government with people in Moruga and Superior understanding. All of them have kids that goes to the hospital. All of them have kids that going back to school when school open. All of them, most of them driving on the roads, whether they don't drive in their own car or in a taxi, and they hear the taxi man ball, oh God, I can fall in a hole. My tire bus. All of them, when it coming to ZDAP medication, when it coming to old people pension that taking long to come, the everything, the health, the everything, the crime situation, everything, the water problems and everything. Everybody have problem. The lack of employment, opportunities, jobs, the everything. And you are telling me that the people of Trinidad and Tobago, when getting opportunity, will be a by-election, not wanting to hold this government, technically using the elections as a referendum to show the government that we are displeased. But then when we coming up and doing these things, blindly, sending a message to our government that they could continue lying, thieving, taxing, and treating we like dog, and taxing we. It hurts. It hurts. And it makes you really and truly have an idea of how the fight in the next elections gonna be. Especially, as Lennox Smith say, when he go through the papers here, the Guardian. How it earlier, they control everything. You see, everybody that are lamping or their eye, when it comes to the independent offices, they control everything. Yeah, there was the loss of election, because they want to co-host going and play telling all you know. I been real, you know. The loss of election with the PNM with Robinson. The loss of elections with the PNM with Basio Pandey. They come on the loss of elections with Kamala Prasad Bisesa, right? So only 5 years, 3 different people. All the rest is PNM. And at the end of the day, they gerrymander their boundaries accordingly. He will tell you, well, watch, he will give all the examples, but watch Tobago. We don't know how Tobago going and do or what within the next election, because again, PNM just have a way. They just have a way. So all of us have to internally watch ourselves. Lennox Smith, you mentioned it. You mentioned it. The UNC have to do what? You mentioned it because yeah. Go ahead. What do UNC have to do?
Yeah, they have to do some introspection. They have to do some self-evaluation, and come up with, of course, the rationale for such a margin in that particular electoral district, the Indian Walk electoral district.
Because remember, Moruga is a marginal, you know. That seat is a marginal seat, you know.
And the PNM, of course, they celebrated as if, well, look, they were on a lifeline, and they suddenly got a resurgence, a resurgency. But of course, you know, all of that is glitter and go. We know that is part and parcel of the chicanery of the PNM. They will take something that they're supposed to be a defeat and make it look as though a trick, and make it look as though it's something big. And of course, having the government, it makes it even much more potent for them. But you and I are not faced by that kind of chauvinism or showmanship, because we know is that the fact of the matter is that we have to get our act together. Yesterday we had a discussion with respect to getting things back together, cooperation, and of course I think with this result today,
look, somebody put it up, Lennox,
more important.
They say 2083 PNM. How much them get in the Moruga part? And 1372 is the UNC in the other part.
1,300.
Right. We know how much the PNM win by. 700 votes. I plenty votes. I need to know how much the UNC win by. So somebody write it up for me, please. How much UNC win by?
We don't have it. I didn't get it.
Let me take one call. I can't understand this, Morning call. I wonder if the people understanding and feeling what I'm saying, At the end of the day, I don't want nobody to take this PNM for granted. We all have to make sure our family members register to vote. We have to make sure our people go out there and vote. The general elections come in. We can't afford to sit back after and watching this and watching that. We cannot afford to do that at all. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Andy, this is the bellman, Maruga. Hey, listen carefully to me. If fish come out of water, morning Lennox. If fish come out of water and tell you alligator have one eye, you have to believe fish. This is Maruga talking. UNC, number one, the first thing yesterday was the Muslim had some activities. Now that was the UNC stronghold. They didn't come out to vote because they had the Muslim activities. PNM had this thing well properly planned, Andy. They know that the Muslim would have been having this occasion coming up, and they know that these people wouldn't come out to vote yesterday. So the Muslim people didn't come out to vote.
And Bellman, I like how you talk. You said they had it real plan, and it's just simple local election, and the PNM had it real plan, down to religious situations they look at. So what make us feel the PNM wouldn't have it real plan too for the general elections?
Listen to me. PNM spend real money. Indian Walk, Maruga, they spend real money. Every day a minister or two would have come down here now in Samuel Cooper Road. Now these are the areas that the PNM stronghold. Samuel Cooper, Lengua, a part of Lengua, the upper part of Lengua, Madingo Road, and so on. And they spend real money. It's every, PNM, the money that PNM spend in Maruga, they could have put a budget for Trinidad and Tobago. They spend every single, the people here, down to yesterday, I tell you what people saying, and I'm making up nothing, I'm speaking the truth, for the truth will set me free. PNM spend real money.
But Bellman, but Bellman, the fact is, even if they spend real money, they get the results that they wanted. And for the general election, they're going to spend the whole country purse. They go borrow money, IMF money, and all they're going to use. And at the end of the day, whether they spend real plenty or not, the issue is getting the results that they want, and they get it.
What I am saying, as you were saying, and I agree with you, PNM had it planned out. They know that the Muslim, that is the UNC stronghold, with the way the Muslim section is. And the Muslim people, they had their activity yesterday, and they didn't come out to vote, you understand. This is why PNM, you see they win by how much? 361 votes. I was there right through, counting the vote, doing this, doing that. So PNM won by 361 votes because of the Muslim didn't come out, and excluding that, this, according to you, we have to be careful. They spend real money down here, brother. Real money.
Yeah, that's what we know. We know that, yeah.
Money and talk. How they will fix this? They have no money now. But the time will come when they will fix the road, they will give you water. Hear these people are smart. All the beginning of the roads in that constituency, they start to pave. 100 meters, they stop there. So as you pass and see the road looking paved, but as you cross 100 meters, it's the same road. These people, I don't know, somebody, the PNM know according to what Andy is saying, if we prepare ourselves,
and that's the message I send in, it's not about being negative. The message I send to everybody is, it's that people like to, well, don't worry, the PNM do so bad. They do we what? Hey, we win already. It would not be data. It will be based on the candidates. It will be based on the candidates we put.
But if a Muslim hadn't the holiday and come out and vote, PNM couldn't see, because this is in the belly of the UNC. But the Muslim had a thing, they didn't come out and vote. So I say PNM would have win with about 500, 600, 700 votes.
But does anything the bad? Because I like to look at everything. But there's anything, and I will call Mr. Kazim Imam Kazim to find out that within their Eid or within their holiday or spiritual day, does it have anything to bind them from going and vote? You know, like how I think the 7 days Adventists don't like to take blood or something, so or the Jehovah
Witnesses.
Right. Does it have anything to bind the Muslim population of Trinidad and Tobago within the religion and the celebration yesterday from going out and vote?
Yeah.
If it don't have nothing to bind them from going out and vote, all of you saying big population down there. Big population are supporters of the UNC, and it had nothing but barring them from coming out. Right, yesterday about holiday, what it is was to come out for at least a quick half an hour, cast a vote on however it go. So would we not also have to watch it as there is something that area that normally will come out and support the UNC with or for that something that the area or the Muslim the Muslim community there have an issue.
I'm closing off now, but in closing off, I said the PNM spend real money down here. They start off with Wassa. They start to dig the road. They say they will give water with the housing and so on. They build some little hut. They start to build some hut, and they caught the people. And where we really have the support, we didn't get the support here.
So we cannot say we didn't get the support based on the Muslim holiday.
Yeah.
We don't take it for granted. It will mean we have to go in there, work, and find out why the people did not come out to give that support when they normally do. As Lennox said, we have inspection to do. I'm not going down like this, 5 more years at the PNM, all of we dead, We need to put we tail between we leg, hear what the people is saying, understand what the people is saying, see where we're going wrong, and organize and put things in place to make sure.
Andy, yesterday, all the ministers and them, yesterday, election, they came down here and they were campaigning. All them big people who in the PNM, they came down here yesterday. Whole day they campaigning down here yesterday because they know that the stronghold of the UNC, where they was at the time, have a good day, but they spend their money.
All right, now let me and my co-host now, because you understand when I hear that, right. Let me and my co-host now rap a little bit. Yeah. We go take some calls. We rap a little bit. Lennox Smith, does it have anything?
I mentioned what he said, that the PNM did some serious, utilizing public funds, as they did in Tobago, lost handsomely in Tobago. And they would have did the same, but more so for Moruga, for that Moruga part of the exercise yesterday, simply because they realized that they had a window of opportunity there, having regard to the closeness and what triggered the by election. So what they did, they just massaged it. But as I said,
but they sent a message to the base.
If what Bellman told us is in fact so. And because the margin of victory for the PNM is troubling. Wise, I do not see it as a microcosm of what could happen in the national elections for the constituency itself, because that's just a small part. But certainly, we need to plug whatever hole there is, whatever gap there is. We need to do that. And the infrastructure and what I consider to be the post-mortem must be able to tell us what went wrong. And if it includes those Muslims, then of course
you think, Lennox Smith,
treat with that.
Please use Amanda's no. Does it have anything within the Muslim holiday or celebration that it had? Does it have anything to bind them within Allah saying, so long as this day and as an election, don't vote? If it don't have that, nobody could convince me that they're not coming out to vote. Have anything, some, but you could tell me, you could tell me most, all. No. Who's telling me that?
No, well, of course, that is speculation, and that is a good argument. The fact is that we have to get to the bottom of it as to why it could have been one of the results of the bitter internal elections that took place. And remember, I was speculating that the date for this by-election yesterday, I don't think it was convenient. It would have been a tremendous, should I say, coincidence that here it is, you had the internal elections of the UNC on the Saturday, and the Monday is this election, because clearly one could conclude that the framers, or those who gave the date for the by-elections, would have been waiting for, one can conclude that was waiting for the date of the internal elections of the UNC, anticipating that it's going to be turmoil and that things are not going to turn out well, and so they could come through the middle and get all the political spoils, so to speak. But of course, on this occasion, that didn't work perfect, but certainly they got a victory, and that ought not to have been. And if it was, it ought not to have been that size. And therefore, that is troubling, as I said, and we have to be real. We have to be introspective.
That's why everybody to do, Lennox Smith. What you say there, to be real. We need to be real, because you know what is this? Imagine, look at how we now could sit down and do the post-mortem. And that's the fact. PNM win Maruga part, Superior, UNC win that. We doing the post-mortem, but at the end of the day, a UNC person yes in office, but the PNM person in office too. I don't want to be doing no post-mortem for the general election, studying what could have done, what couldn't have done, what this, while PNM remain in power.
That can be, all had to be done before the general election.
Boy.
Ensure victory.
Wait. That thing for man to cry. While we doing post-mortem here after the fact, if PNM is to thief the next election, or we want to do post-mortem after.
This is a dry run. This is supposed to be a dry run as to what the possibilities are and plug all the gaps and the holes. Imagine, and not surprising, Al-Rari was down there in both elections, and in the one hand, of course, he got congratulated and beat himself on the chest and, of course, pinned their own lapel. But in the case of the superior part, you know what he can say? He said, well, listen, he lost the election. Their candidate lost the election, but they got 300% more than what they got in the last elections. Just imagine that. So
nice. And the next thing
continues to, they will capitalize on that. And you will hear Rowley and they, of course, on the hustings in a while, indicating that. But as I said, that means that the UNC must now do some serious introspection, evaluation, post-mortem, to come to the realization that the PNM will not give up, will not just fall up and lie down as we have anticipated, but we need, of course, to crush that enemy totally and absolutely without.
And what the next thing we have to put
contradiction and doubt.
We have to put in mind. Let us think and watch what is the facts. Every time the PNM get defeated, it always because the people of Trinidad and Tobago unite. Small parties, whether it be Lennox Smith, whether it be this, whether it be that, it's because of unity. Right? That is what history shows. That is how it is. Don't matter what. What would we be going to do within the next general elections? Would we be going on it alone? I don't know. I just asking. Because statistics and history show that the only way we just win the PNM, and remember at this point in time, it have no Kamala mania, it have no A&R Robinson mania with Panda them, the National Alliance of Reconstruction. I remember it. Bring the iron beam, bam, bam. Yeah, you all know. We all have an idea when the manias comes in. And what would we do? Would we also ignore what history and fact shows? Because the PNM is concentrating on their seats that they know is their own. They know it just have about 4 or 5 marginals. Them are the EBC. We really have a lot of work ahead. Real inspections of Lennox say. Because we cannot afford to be doing something like this for general election, PNM and Rowley and Alwari them remain there. And we sit down here wondering why. Why this? What we gonna do? What is better? What is this? Papa, when I in something, I ain't to win, you know. By any means necessary. You see egos, you see this, you see that. Nothing can beat the pain and pressure that people going through. That nobody or people don't want to organize and understand the importance of unity. Whether it's uniting of the people or uniting of the parties, unity. Lennox Smith, but meanwhile all of the lines open.
Yes. This brings out a clear lesson for and a case for unity, and to make certain that all of the stops, all of the impediments, all of the hindrances, all of the hurdles are smoothed out, so that a short victory that we know is possible is realized, and nothing would prevent anybody, or no one would feel upset in any way if the victory is larger than what we would have anticipated. But at minimum, you have to cross 21, and then of course you look at what additional 6 seats will certainly put us in a good position. But as I said, we cannot ignore what transpired there. We have to look at all of the nuances, all of the variables that created that. And even though the electoral district itself may be a PNM stronghold, the fact is that to lose
Moruga,
at this time,
right now is UNC controlling Moruga. Right now is the UNC controlling Moruga. PNM send a strong message to the base, whereby, remember, based on how people sway, people is follow suit accordingly, you know.
Yeah,
that is a strong message.
It's something called the herd mentality.
Exactly.
People follow no matter what, even though they are led over a precipice.
Ah, boy, that like sheeps.
Yeah.
From time one gone, everybody going.
Yeah, sheep. The herd mentality, they call it. Yeah,
because that is the type of mentality PNM supporters just carry. I was a PNM.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when we used to say a long time, we rather we own than them. Not knowing I half breed, me ain't studying that because I grew up with a culture and they go. That is serious thing. We rather suffer under we own than them. That is serious thing. The only victory that I see to that is the historic victories are unity, you know.
Yeah.
That is the only victories I see without them.
But why is a hollow victory for the PNM? I can tell you that they get on as if it's a national election. If you see them, they celebrated all over the place. And
if the votes before was lower, if the votes before was less, however, whether they pump money or not, and you see now your votes increase by that amount and you win by that margin, how you expect? Wait. I and all jumping up, but I and all go jump up.
Yeah.
There we go. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's a natural thing, but I'm saying with the PNM is always an exaggeration. It's almost more than what it really is. Just to, of course, give an impression that the victory is so significant that you will think is a national victory, you know, and the opposite is the case when, of course, they lose. We saw that in Tobago. When they lose in Tobago, they remain silent and they go quietly and lick the wounds and start a plan to undermine the Farley administration. And the first casualty is the splitting up of Farley and Watson Duke. And then, of course, we see well Farley himself would have been attacked by some specious and amorphous audio that the almost the whole of the police, the specialized police in Trinidad went to investigate and all that kind of nonsense. But of course, I think they have their own issues in Tobago, and they were able to respond appropriately. So much so that Dr. Rowley has started to back off. But that is what we have to do in Trinidad as well.
So what we're going to do is invite the people of Trinidad and Tobago while we on the opening lines. You all will let us know what's your front burner. If your front burner is introspecting this elections, watching what is possible within the future. What Lennox Smith throughout is plays a very important factor, which is the candidate that won there for the PNM, a very, very popular person. The people connects with the candidate. At the end of the day, so
that is a factor. That would have been a factor. He's a preacher, and of course, I think last night in the celebration they were talking about pastor this and pastor that, and so on and so forth. And of course, he would have used his ecclesiastic prowess, if you want to call it that, to conclude or to characterize the victory that he got. So. A very difficult.
PNM Lennox Smith will put if they get Jesus Christ.
Nestle their position in that vein, yeah.
If PNM get Jesus Christ to put in superior to beat Kamala Pasal said they will do that. Understand?
They will deploy it. They will deploy Jesus Christ. Yes.
Right. So the same way. PNM knows exactly how to do, whether they look for ecclesiastic or they look for a preacher, pastor, or they look for this or they look for that. They understand the people to put based on their connection with the people or what they does. Man, let me go to the lines, yes? I hope people understand. Our next factor is the internal fighting.
The pressure, the pain, the ache, the agony, in spite of all of that, the personality, Trump would have been partially trumped on this occasion because of who the person or who the candidate would have been.
All right. Who gonna be the next? Who gonna be the next president of America? Who is the person that gonna be the next president of America? Is it that the Democrats, no, the Republicans, like Trump, or is it that the masses is who have him there? So I give them a next breakdown of what we're talking about. At the end of the day, if it was up to the Republicans, Trump can't go there. But the masses, the Republican supporters, the base, the people, like that man. Let me go to the lines now. Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's important that you learn from that and know how to respond appropriately. Good morning.
You learn from the internal elections, the internals and all. Do some damages. Yeah. All right. Even if it was a holiday for Muslim people down on that side, let me stop looking for excuses. They did not come out. Spending plenty money down there, however it go, do some damages. A lot of things, dead damages. But what we don't want is that for the general elections coming, we saying down here, licking our womb, watching what we could have done better and what we should have done when we give them our next 5 years to finish, can we? It's do or die for me in this one, you know.
Yeah, and it will be foolhardy not to do pull out all the stops in order to make certain and to ensure victory. And you're quite right. And it includes, of course, getting some kind of unified platform.
Need to. Then a question to ask. A man who have a big following. Big following. That I believe might have been able to mobilize and motivate some people is Austin Jack Warner. Especially in the Moruga area. Why we are not seeing him or hearing him, or why? I just asking. Is something wrong? If I know Lennox Smith could motivate 1,000 people, Mikey can motivate 2,000 people, Pitbull can motivate and bring out 4,000 or 5,000 people. How and why am I not using these type of people? Why am I not? Is it because of insecurities by some? Just asking. Let's go to the lines.
Maybe some convinced that the reality is not the reality. There's some people who can delude themselves as well.
And we owe it to make sure, all of us, that the reality must be what we want as a people. It's either we know we know exactly how to win the PNM, and we do just that, or we take a chance fighting against Oli Green. They had a PNM president, they had a EBC, they had a this, they had a that, they had a other. All of that they have. All of that.
Yeah, the dice is loaded. Stuck against the opponents to this, what I consider to be power-mongering group of individuals who clearly have morphed the PNM into a well-oiled criminal enterprise.
Well, let's make it short and sweet. What's your front burner this morning? Because me ain't feeling too good enough. Because I believe with all what this government have been doing to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, all the protection workers that lost all their work, some of them might be used to work, live Maruga, all here who ain't get all their back pay, all their 4%, all their seniors who catching all their tail to get all the medicine and all them thing, all rainy season coming and down there the thing, You telling me in this country PNM still could win a seat? And everybody want to make excuses for that? Man, morning. What's your stupid mouth? You can't say that. I cutting you off. People say that I cutting you off. You cannot use that kind of language on this radio station here. Better say one licks or beaten or something. Don't use that language at all. So you gone. Bye-bye. Click.
Yeah, we see, and that is the propaganda. That is just a echo chamber you just heard there, where they would use that. The leadership will use that, as a national and a historic victory in order to motivate people like that to come out and speak. They themselves not rationalizing, because the PNM itself have to do some introspection as well.
But they know that it's not much they have to do when it coming to our African brothers and sisters.
Because they were in fact the underdog in going into these elections.
Yeah. Let me go to the lines. I want you to no fool again. That's serious talk we talking here. They bread and butter. People will work. Children gonna leave school here and nothing to do. So don't call me to jump in my head with no PNM propaganda. That's already there, They do or die, Lennox Smith, remember what Manning they tell you when you was going to Israel and he tell you that trouble, that death for some people. Where they tell you?
I never forget. He told me in non-certain terms. When he see my letter, he bring it out. He say, listen, you write me a letter like this. Let me tell you something. Don't make joke with politicians. Why for some is a joke, for them is bread and butter. Well, Rowley and them fighting for their bread and butter.
So don't make joke with the gun we bought.
They see our money as their money, and they must keep it. But of course, keeping us out, even though they depend on us, by trying to tell us that it's not ours and it is not on us, they are there. That is the level of madness that the Rowley and of course the PNM seem to delude themselves, or should I say, indoctrinate themselves into, and somehow they believe that.
Boy, let me go continue the lines, yes. Let me make sure there's no. All right, the hammer. They can harass to answer these lines, Morning. Yeah, morning. South.
You have to understand. Tribalism with a little bit of money. The black people is very easy to fool. So they start them road, but now everything's squashed. They win already, they have nothing to get. You understand? And they're so easy to fool. They think for 9 years they get nothing. You understand? Pressure. PNM is pressure. You know what kind of people? That is what they're doing. They pass a little money and they're so stupid. They take what they give you and vote them out. You understand? But they're easy to fool. Rowley go down. You ever see Rowley thinking for local government election? He campaign, right? Because you know it's blue lights and you know what? Silver bracelet. He's doing anything to try to get back down.
Right, but and we knows that, and we all know that. So what we need to do to remedy that, it have remedies where we see we get the African people to unite and everybody come out and move the PNM. Are we using the right remedies and strategies? That is the question we had asked.
I don't feel it's in the right method. We have to work together. We have to bring in Jack Warner. We have to bring in everybody and work together to beat the PNM. Because the PNM in every government institution, they have them PN people on top. The president, we have no president. We have a PNM a party group as president. You understand? The whole country is corrupt. Wasa right through. T&Tech, everything. And Rowley scrap everything and giving people pressure. Raise tax, raise this, do that. Here create one job. You understand? Not one job. Everything shutting down. The whole country shutting down. That $4 billion lost and they know it. You understand? And people are seeing that and everybody's suffering. But we still go 3 finger for Rowley. What? Why? We have to say why. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Morning, caller.
Yeah. Nice caller. Well done.
Morning. Now is the time for the opposition leader to get down with Parry, join up, and hit the ground from now. Start going to communities and encouraging people to vote out this government. They have a lot of work to do. Start from now.
Yeah, because the previous caller was correct, Andy. They're not going to get anything now that the PNM has achieved their objective. We wait until the next election cycle comes around, and then they will of course try to empty the they will as if they're getting doses of steroids.
The next election, Lennox Smith is close.
They did that to Tobago, but Tobago
Tobagonians and Trinidadians is two different people.
They are Africans in the main. And they resisted.
You could say what?
And they vote them out.
You could say what, Lennox Smith? Tobagonian Africans and Trinidad Africans are two different. The dynamics of the politics in Trinidad and compare the dynamics in the politics in Tobago is two different. Tell Tobagonians is called we, and tell we. Them is Tobago and them don't want Tobago Rowley. What Trinidad, Silver Fox, Marabani, everybody always telling me that. Look, Tobago don't want Rowley and them. Why Trinidad want this man so? Why we holding on to this Tobagonian so? So the politics is two different things. Two different. Tobagonian different, they're smart. Morning caller.
Yeah, but the PNM do the same strategy.
And they get you?
Yeah. I'm talking about Tobago and in Trinidad. So therefore, we have to deal with the electorate in Trinidad.
Here, what make it different?
That situation reminds me of Laventil. No matter how much they beat you, no matter how you suffer, no matter how you get no employment, no water, hardly any infrastructure development, poor sewer system, and of course flooding where you are in the low lying areas. They do attend to that, and we can go on, and yet still they go back there and say, I go there at PNM. So something must be there in order to direct these people to the reality of their circumstance, that the PNM is absolutely no good for them.
I am asking again, why is Mr. Warner, why your absence? At the end of the day, the reality is in the last local government elections, it are no ifs or buts or maybe. Jack Warner, intervention back into the politics, created a storm, a tsunami, when it comes to the African people. Lennox Smith, am I lying?
Not at all.
Nobody else within the UNC could have done that. No one else. It's a fact. So in the upcoming, all strong people, all your talk, because you see the post-mortem talking after a PNM, and next 5 years of a PNM, but I think while I talking doing the post-mortem and people saying what we could have done to make PNM don't win back the elections, I go get heart attack and dead. You laugh. You see? Go ahead, caller. Think to cry, you laugh.
Nothing to do with UNC. I don't want the internet. Accept that now. Let's celebrate. I don't want to them. Let's celebrate now. Rain cutting a little bit mad. Stay calm. You get pressure of the road.
Where you come to jump in my head? But why you drink a tea and relax yourself and listen to the program?
Accept all the road. Rain cutting a little bit. Oh, let's celebrate Saturday night. Baby, come on. Last night, come on, celebrate me, come rain cutting that all the class of it. Election all the time, man. Get to see them.
The only reason why me cut you is because you ain't use no obscene language or you ain't use no bad word.
Well, he don't understand that the ground report is a team of individuals and a program that we prefer to kill our ants with a sledgehammer. We want to be assured. We want to be certain. We want to be positive. We want to be without doubt. It must be indubitable. That is why we are talking this way. We are not stupid. We understand all what he is attempting to project us. We know that there is a victory. We know that the victory is hollow on the PNM side. But we have an election, a national elections to come. And we want no hiccup. We want no impediments.
We don't want to
no
be
hurdles.
Lennox.
We must have a clear and unadulterated victory of a tremendous nature.
And let the post-mortem be the good we do.
27 to 30 seats. That's what we're talking about here.
That we be talking about. Not want to talk after and crying. You want to talk, look what we did good. Look, we did this. Look, we did that. This is why we win. This is not why we didn't. I'm not and that kind of talk, 5 more years is 15 years at these devils, boy. We go dead earlier.
But what is important, Andy, that caller accept the fact that it was not a loss to the UNC, but we are not satisfied.
Exactly.
We are not satisfied. We must kill that enemy with a sledgehammer. It must be an ants and a sledgehammer, not an ordinary hammer. A sledgehammer. It must be crushed. That's what we're talking about.
But how them want me to treat the PNM is, you see the ants, some people just take the finger and just touch and crush the ants. No, I was sledgehammer and the ants at that table. When I hit the ants, the ants, the table, the ground, everything at the crack open by. To make sure, not except the table are one day for the ants to go back on. You laugh again, boy. Let me go to the lines, yes. Boy, PNM go send people mad, boy. Them wicked, All right, partner. All right.
He glad the PNM get a hollow chance. Not me. I don't even want a hollow chance. That's what we're talking about here. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, let me go, man. Morning, caller.
Hey, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Andy, I understand your frustration, but I've always said that, listen, nobody else could really beat PNM has to beat themselves. It's either PNM lose or PNM win, and it all depends on the PNM supporters. If the PNM supporters are happy with being treated the way they're being treated, what can you do? It becomes like a person on drugs, right? No matter how much you try to help them, they always go back to drugs. They have to want to come out of it themselves. And apparently they are happy being treated the way they are being treated. They're comfortable with that. So what else can you do? I mean, you all have been bringing the issues for the last 9 years. Other people have been doing it as well. You are living in the country. You are seeing the deterioration in the country. What else do you need to understand that the country is falling apart? I don't understand what else. I mean, what else could the UNC do? You understand? It's up to the PNM supporters. They're the only one who could change.
Well, let me throw one suggestion. Right? Because remember, they bread and butter we talking, they serious thing, and we don't want no general election win for the PNM at all. We can't take the next 5 years. What we can do is we could watch back on history on what victories we get over the PNM and what did we do.
Yeah, but Andy, right? If you go back to his same history, what has happened after the victories with these coalition governments?
Right.
We had a lot of pulling and tugging, and this is the problem I have. You see, the people who come in into the coalition, right? You come in with nothing, but you want to demand what you want to get. And that it can't be like that. And when you don't get what you want to upset the whole equilibrium. You understand? And this is my problem.
But here we are coming with two. You're coming with you're also, the UNC will also be coming with the experience of just what you say, that who only have a 5-seater, who only have a 10, 15, that they want to think on however it go. And by now, I think we are smart enough to know how to remedy that. And everybody knows that. But at the end of the day, if we know a basic surgery could save we, why we don't take the basic surgery and we go deal with that after? I rather deal with how this government is. But,
yeah, but I understand all that, Andy. But again, last time if I go, at the end of the day, the way how the constituencies are designed is up to the PNM supporters. If they decide that they are not voting for the coalition, what's going to happen? The same result you will get.
Well,
is for them to understand and listen. Their life have some worth. They need to understand that, and they could live better. As Mikey does always say, we have to live better. But they are the ones who have to change the direction. UNC always get the most number of votes in all general elections, but they don't ever win. And why is that? You understand my point? I mean, I share frustration.
I tell you, the gerrymandering of the boundaries and all them things, and I tell you.
The EDC, everything is under their control, so it's not an easy proposition. You understand? And again, last point, it has to be the PNM supporter. And before I go, you know Andy, right?
Yeah.
You all on radio here every morning. There are a lot of people who doesn't understand what is happening in this country still. They don't look at TV, they don't read papers, they don't do nothing. They just listen to what their leaders tell them and they run with it. And that's it. That's what it is. Have a good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, boy. Imagine that. Let me go back. Let me go to the line.
No, what the caller did was, of course, to identify the complexity of the issue before us. But it's not something that is intractable because, as you rightly said, I'm
not going to ask you what your thoughts on this coalition because they say some people going to say no coalition because it are people who out of hand, who want more than they earn or however it go. But at the end of the day, an experience supposedly we know what time it is, and Kamala Prasad Bissessa have developed plenty more than before when she had the first coalition. She have matured. It's not to say she don't know where them egos or what this or that will come out. She's sure to be a woman and a true mother by holding the coalition together and all. You understand? But
which in fact she did, even though of course certain elements made her departure, but certainly by and large she kept it together. But it was a challenge. But you're quite right. Experience is the best teacher, and of course you already have, for example, as the caller rightly said, people who want unmeritorious, should I say, benefits because of being associated. Or should I put another way, more realistically, being invited by the UNC to join them in order, of course, to seize victory, to get over at least the 21 marker or to the 21 marker and over. Because I am very concerned about what Gary Griffith is saying now. Gary Griffith is saying that if we have to talk about any electoral arrangements, it cannot be that the UNC keep the seats that they have, and you give to them the seats that are dominated by the PNM, but you give them in an arrangement suggested that somehow they would like to get some of the non-marginal seats of the UNC
you talking madness there too, or any day, just what the man talking.
It is complex. It is complex because I don't understand that.
Right.
You cannot expect me to give you that which I am assured, and you come into buttress, but you want me to give you what I already covered and is solidly in my corner.
You can't do that.
No, it
I
doesn't
telling you,
work in politics. It doesn't work in business. It doesn't work in war, and he is supposed to be an expert in war. So no, go and fight your battle. Get whatever means necessary, element of surprise, whatever. People are expected to perform well in the Gomartin or in the Laventils or along the East-West corridor. And if you would have achieved that, then of course accolades galore. But to tell
but
me,
when I say in a collation, it don't necessarily a collation of like for instance, look the NAR, the leader of the NAR is who? This fella who is a very bright fella. I know where we go.
Carson Charles.
Carson Charles. It's not to say he is a person will want to rock the boat and this and that. So nobody can tell me that it's not possible to make the possible. Use a teacher
to make this arrangement work. But
to beat my down, you go say to beat my down. They go say what? No, we must do that with too. We must collide with too. Gary, look how we talking. Or we must do who? Philip Alexander, look how we talking. I never say that.
You're quite right, Andy, and you made a very salient point because I want to give you my own experience. In 2007, my party joined with the UNCA, was one of the parties in UNCA. Now in the 2010 elections, now they kept us out, including of course the NAR and Castle Charles. Why? Because Dukaran, that was the 2007. No, the elections, yes. No, in 2007, 2007, that 2010 election. Because they didn't want anything to do with 2007, 2010. They didn't want anything associated with Pandey, and so they left us out, and they brought in, of course, Jack, MSJ, and they went with that, and then of course it turned out to be a bad experience. Even Jack and all didn't achieve the objective that they were supposed to achieve in hard constituencies such as Laventil, when we would have made some headway inside of Laventil and so on. They reversed all the gains that we would have made there in terms of softening the ground, nourishing the ground in preparation for the transformation, long as it may be, tedious as we know it must be, grueling as it will be, but the fact is that after they got all of the niceties in government, they simply fall by the wayside. Whilst of course I have to still continue to work and to pick up a whole 5 years, which they wasted when we could of course just be with the UNC and continue to work. So the caller is quite right, and you are right as well.
Anyhow, Jason Miller,
there are elements that will not rock the boat. Understanding the greater good. Grateful for the assistance, because I remember in 2007, the only check it out people, the only community to get a segment of the manifesto of any mass party was Love. And we were able to get inside of that manifesto a segment for only Laventil alone. And if we were victorious, it means that Laventil was to have a transformation that would have been beyond anybody's imagination.
Martin, that Jason Miller, Andy, cool down, bro. These politicians only bring us stress. Partner, it's 9 years of stress, no? But how you go? How? What do? The cylinder head gasket gone. Oil mixing with water. The engine sending smoke. In the muffler, you see.
The engine sees.
Yes. You gonna know about that? Let me go to the lines.
Focus first, I can tell you, literally.
Morning caller, so it no cool down when your life play. Your life dependent on it, you know.
And I can't buy engine yet.
Morning.
Morning. Listen up. To take another 5 years or this administration. Listen, man. the generation to come and our grandchildren wouldn't have a chance. So I am calling on the opposition leader, please, to give a little more advertise on this station, 104.7, and get the ground troops out, because you know, no matter where you go, the ground report, the sound of the ground report, that is what counts everything going. So opposition leader, take this heed, advertise a little more on this station, because if a government of business, they give out silk, they give out so many silk, and could come back and use their own mouth and tell you, you know what? Enough people getting silk and some of them don't deserve it. So that shows you the type of government will go anywhere and do everything. But you know what? They're not talking about themselves, you know. They're talking about other people who got silk, which means they deserve it. So they're looking in a way now to make up some kind of collaboration to take back the silk. So we have to open the eyes and we have to see what's going on. When I listen to them and I watch them, there are plenty of them there don't deserve it. They now come and they get silk. You understand? But they don't want nobody else to get silk. Them alone must stay on.
Thank you very much, Miss La Hoketa. Next caller, morning caller.
When I see a party of one person, why should you or anybody else a particular generator? And honestly, in your life,
well, my friend, your logic does not compute, because why it is then we were part and parcel of the UNCA first and foremost. That's one. Should I say, rejection of that argument. But then, what would you say of MSJ? What would you say of NJAC? And so on and so forth. So, my friend, as I keep telling you, when you are talking to the ground report in particular, you must, of course, be logical, common sensed, and, of course, make certain that you are cohesive, your argument, that is, and potent. Otherwise, I would invite you maybe to shut up.
Like if you're selling my you and all my two boys, everybody this way.
You look for that. You look for that. You can't tell me about it. In fact, let me tell him one time, when we said Laventille Outreach for Vertical Enrichment, we automatically is of the view that all of Laventille are members, so we don't need to have to have party cards and all that kind of thing. That is the philosophy on which that entire experiment.
Hold on, caller. Hold on.
Yeah.
We have two callers. One will hold on. Line one. Go ahead, the first caller. You go ahead and talk first. Not the one who called back. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Andy for Grandy. Here what's going on. How many people you think know about this Vincent Nelson matter, whereby they bribed this man to testify?
Your message has been sent.
Hello? Hello?
We seem to have some computerized.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller. It looks like some pre-recorded voice seemed to intervene there.
And real loud too. Your message has been sent. Like there's something with your phone, boy. Wow.
Yeah, so we are hard on ourselves, and we have a right so to be.
Look, we have a next caller.
Yeah, we must be critical.
We have to be hard on ourselves.
That's right.
We have to be hard, real hard. You see why being hard? Because I don't want no room or no track for no goody PNM to run. PNM must be eliminated in the next general election. They must go away. They must go away so bad that Grandy seat and all gone. That the determination and the will people have to have.
Yes, kill that ants with a sledgehammer, man.
Hey, morning caller. Unite. Morning caller. Go ahead, caller. What is that? Let Anderson, go ahead. We hearing you. Go ahead, Anderson Wilson. But how we hardly hearing you, so you like you know getting up or something, or you. Nah, man.
I hear you, Andy. I hear you.
Oh, because I saying you crying too because you find PNM those supposed to be winning nothing. I say you crying like me.
Boy, a man who doing some talk politics, walk out and shoot this morning and beat him. See, he can't believe that. See, he can't believe that Rowley and nobody in the PNM could win any part of Trinidad. So we don't know what went wrong there, but I know what went wrong. And Bellman, you have it right. So they went and gave him money. I'm not telling you to go around Trinidad and give him money, no. But there are who and when you see them selling maxis, the UNC for them to come here and to come there and pay people money because that's all they're in the ground. They can't to UNC again the ground. They had to get on the ground for now. When people tell us this PNM campaign in a long time. This thing you have to get on the ground and must have some form of money in the UNC. You can't tell me the UNC so broke and the UNC now have money because they're not in power. People ain't want to hear that BS, you know. People want people on the ground, right? They don't just want to hear the doubles and coffee. They want the doubles and coffee to meet them on the ground, talk to them, tell them just how they are. There's no all the else about PNM. They can have all the rest of MPs and senators, but we gotta get on the ground, walk up to the people, meet the people, those are the who is PNM. You have people just living in PNM areas. Go and you meet these people and them, go and meet them. Right? So to wake up, they see the road pitch. And this election is gimmicks. Gimmicks is this whole politics lacking at gimmicks. And if it's double trainer, they don't like it. We tell them to get them, you know. But let me jam afraid with the gimmicks now. We jam afraid with the gimmicks because PNM wake up, they spend the money, we taxpayers' money. Well, it has to be. Because me senior coming government, that all politicians does that. And only it have money in the NC. Only reach out to the people and them. Do like I ain't telling you to do like what Jalen John doing like it at Alparo because they see what them cruel people end up doing to Jalen John. Right? But the other initiative with this MP, they took the same one who was in the UNC, but this one was singing with the guitar and all kind of thing. He and Skippy and them. They should go and meet the people. It's where they get a roof to, who might need some help to fill out a form, to go into self-help, something. Or go and meet the people and them hear the people and them cry. Put it up on social media. But the UNC just say no and say, yeah, we are Moga. But with Trinbagonians, they are ungrateful people. So you need to keep going out to them and let them know every walk, every turn you make, how wicked the PNM is. Not just keeping our money night meeting doing it, you know. Right? Not just keeping our money night meeting doing it, right? Or just when all they go in parliament. Right? All of the shake up all the stuff in the UNC is a sad morning in Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinbagonians, well, we don't know they're stupid. So coming to general election, what feel they're going to do? All them drain and them and then fix here and there, they're going to fix them. They're going to patch up the road. All you get water. I say, all they call them from Moruga, but all in our water, all in our this way. And that all they're going to be in Moruga. This morning, it can't teach me no lesson. I know cruel people. I can't use the next word. I know cruel people is ungrateful people, boy. They always wicked people, and that's some Indian, but all ain't easy. All more nasty than them cruel people when it comes to politics and taking money and then coming on the radio and play like all they love Kamala so bad. When they done, they see all by the URP office, this the PNM office, you can't see no way past PNM is. I remain committed to my country, and I, as a UNC, will always be a UNC supporter, UNC, and I'm proud to be a UNC. I just tell them, if 8 years going on something now, I'm telling them. 8 years going on something now in prison. Because me can't go by no government place. Me can't go by East Port of Spain to a registered company. I can't go by East Port of Spain and get nothing to build. But I got Anderson Wilson. Yeah, he was there in a yellow jersey when they throw water and Heinz. Yeah, and he going I court with Heinz. Yeah, we have to come on and see man Heinz. So Heinz, you can continue sharing out more tickets for the shows. I think about shows for Stink and Dirty tomorrow. All them young ladies who want tickets, or look about Ministry of National Security, they lead them in a brown and below for people. Yeah, I talk about special lines, you know.
What? The government buying stink and dirty tickets for the young people?
No, Andy. The MPs just have tickets. My partner Hayden went and he collected the Rasta girl from a Blavantel. He said he met she come and collect the own too. And he asked me if I know who go buy them. Yeah, so I said I have a fella in the mall here.
So Heinz was selling raffle tickets to Ben Balize house? Nobody was.
Complimentary, all them ministers. Remember, the Minister of National Security, I get any party be okay, no? All of them know what's going on around there. Oh, this is the ground report, boy. Like, all of them know what's going on or what? And then we only go come in front of auditorium and a platform, and you go say, see what they look how they pull up the savannah, and you want to see people suffering. And Sharon Felix will come on a morning and 91.9, all you know who Sharon Felix. She'll be there from 5 to some kind of hour. Carry the paragraph of complete a sentence. So, and they are saying, all this to say this, all in Lavantel, what they come out, all canal remain the same eroded and lapidated state, right? The road still remain more or less and training Lavantel, built up, and in Bayern, we just continue, built up cargo here, St. Paul Chicago come there, and only PNM train killing one another.
Yeah, but what kind of name? What kind of name is that for Fett? Stink and dirty.
Boy,
and a national security minister giving away complimentaries for stink and dirty.
And this one, this Ragunanan fella. Yeah, that's Ricky, boy. Ricky, you're going good, man. Ricky and all them MPs and them ministers are going good. Yeah, well, complimentary down the line, Andy. And if you want 10, you're getting 10. Yeah, complimentary. And even if it's Shuki, man, you might get about 20 for yourself. Remember, I'm from Lavantel. Among the platform, during the state of emergency, you know. During the state of emergency, you mount the platform with a Michael, which is a James Roy, you know.
Man.
And he said he come to check his partner them. But I can't call his partner them name. Yeah, because last time I called the name, I went and tell them. And he said, boy, I just called William and the radio with a say, you know, and listen, why you doing that, boy?
Yeah, Heinz is like a real informer, man.
But you making joke around it. You see, I don't want to like me. Heinz and Rowley and the PNM bunch, they frighten me, you know. Tobagonians don't know why talking about when I say they frighten me. They afraid me. Yeah, they have to afraid me. Me not joking you and see, you know. Me not covered for my country, Andy. I bad for my country, you know. I just say Malcolm X and this one and that one talking about how bad it is. Me joke bad in Andy. And
There's a real
bad with the law too, you know. A bad with the law too, Andy. But no more rights, you know. Police will come close to my place and them kind of thing, Andy. You know what I tell you? So Rowley and Heinz and them are afraid me. Heinz, you have to afraid me. You are saying that. So I just call it fight me, you know. Yeah, just fight me. I talk like a Tobagonian and they talk backwards. But in closing, I'm going to say this, Andy.
Yeah.
All them young ladies who want tickets, I think I know you're going to move them for me security this time. I know you can't put me in court for that. For my partner, when they, is like your driver friend. When they, yeah. I don't call him my partner because he still went the Simmington and the Rice Road. Yeah, and behind don't stop getting tickets. But I know you move the venue.
Anderson, they still sponsoring those late night football competitions, particularly on a Friday and thing after the Gonzalez incident.
I think it's going to have some football. some football thing going on start. But they don't know initiative whereby football is to bring back the love all the in the community and then I shut down that. What is that money for? But I tell you, the man finds what you have money for? Now, who can know who is like that? What is that money for now? And I call it challenge and all the same flags you weird mark your personal bus suit, you send blowing your horn. Or let's send some flags. Let me put back some flags on that bus suit. Because them for let's say boy, Anderson last time they pop all them flags with their money, you know. Yeah, one man to buy alone get 3,000 at the side. Yeah, they get money to put long the flags from Ben cut. From Ben cut. Watch out. I will be body money. Heinz, you know. But I talk about picture and I say, you are the next man in that shit. Yeah. Yeah. All these wicked people. Yeah. These are wicked, these are most wicked. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the time when you come out one of them shit late. You know.
All right, very good.
You man telling me, boy, you gotta get more flags up, boy, because if you get flags, you got the money. Yeah. Heinz, boy. Picture Heinz, boy. Yeah. I don't tell you when you're going to court with me for the obscene language. You'll be going to that Norman civilian, you know. Yeah, Norman civilian. Yeah, I think nobody with no tight pants on you watching me. Yeah, later, you're going to listen. Me care about all the boy. And Chimbegonians, all the wake up now. Yeah, all them grateful people in Moruga.
And boy, but this Heinz fella, but this man like he totally blind, boy. I mean, he started and should be talking to them bad boys and them in East Port of Spain and so on. Why minister he now get the job? He said the Prime Minister sent him, and the Commissioner of Police knows, the then Commissioner of Police. All right, Bram, that coming up. They start a football thing in night, Friday night in particular, all over East Port of Spain, Belmont and so on. So obviously they're sponsoring. Obviously, people like Stuart Young would have been aware or involved. Next thing, Bram, 4 people dead in Gonzales and one in the hospital. So, all right, that come and happen. He you know, as if it couldn't get worse, or should I say, it could get worse with a fellow like that. He then, of course, we understand he's the man who was concerned about Christmas list, talking or filming in these parts of these young boys in different parts of the country. Bram, we end up being on every continent on the globe in a negative way because they interfere with the man by charging him for, of course, sedition. And then recently, somebody told me only last night that, of course, one of the YouTubers, he had a conversation with such a person and telling him things of, in order to desist from, of course, filming or talking about Trinidad in a particular way. I mean, these fellas are them really and truly. They have lost their way.
Let me take this caller before the money run down the line now.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller, before your money run down. Yeah, see they long. Go ahead.
3 points fast. I'm observing that a lot of the UNC base, right? And I think it's because of that parade and these people's division causing the moving across to PNM and supporting and opposing views on the social media a lot. You know, I don't want to talk race, but I notice the base, a lot of them is going against their own. Apart from that, that's what apart from that, what I'm trying to say is it had something that Rowley had. What a blind man here. You all should be streaming that every day because that is what the citizens in the country here going through right now. So they will realize in a subconscious way. If you all be hitting that in the head, they will soak in that subconsciously and see how dotish we are if we want to vote back PNM. Check out that blind man, what he was talking about, and check the situation we are in right now. Thanks.
Yeah, Patterson. Well, it's predicted will happen under
you know what they suit me, Lennox Smith? You know what they suit me?
Yeah.
You know, African people real united when it comes to we own and wanting a black man as our prime minister and thing. Right? We really don't fight when it comes to the political part. We really not under fighting, you know. But boy, my East Indian brothers and sisters just fight different, boy. I say no more. Them just fight different, boy. You're quiet.
Yeah, but it ain't nobody to brainwash them.
Yeah, but this fight different, boy. And that kind of fight could only work against, you know.
Well, yeah. That it turns out that level of independence, that level of well, I shouldn't say sincerity, but independence of mind, and I could say what I want to do what I want. I'm my own man, and everything should crumble when I don't get my way. That approach, I think, is not acceptable and has been creating some problems.
Because you just see that, if we have a land issue, we have a land issue. Most of the times, you just get resolved thing, and a land issue with anybody that's be heated. But when it comes to land, whether it's 1 foot of land or 2 foot of land more, who is the people to see? The world come to an end for that foot, you know. When boy, I go give it 3 foot, not for the world to come to an end. You're reading between the lines, Lennox Smith.
No. Yeah, I understand the cultural issue that you are talking about and the attitude that comes out of that. But let's face it, compared to the African community, they are very, very good in terms of coming together for economic and business purposes. The benefits of the extended family that still exists. We have been fragmented. We engage in what the Western world call the egalitarian community, where mommy and daddy tell the children to go their way, and they go and live in some other part of the country, running down, of course, or going where HDC might have some kind of development taking place, and then they lose communication with each other for a very long time, except in specific circumstance. And the fragmentation continues, so that there is no pooling of resources to help the fellow who want to be the doctor or the lawyer and so on. Every pot sit on its own bottom, so to speak, and every boat paddle its own canoe, so to speak. So you have that kind of cultural, should I say, differential that, of course, distinguish them from us. But where the politics is concerned, the history has shown, you're quite right, that there has always been some fighting among them. I don't know if it's power. One believes that they're better than the other, but I am now focusing my mind academically and otherwise to that phenomenon, because I can't see how there could have been so much fragmentation over history, over time, from since the DLP time come right up to now, and there's always some kind of fragmentation as far as the politics.
They're fighting each other.
But in that process, because either the leadership of the PNM, and I have to be specific, recognize that they are able, of course, to keep the Africans together by one philosophy, indicating, of course, and using, of course, the race card or race baiting in order to keep us there. Whilst, of course, that few elitist African go away with the ham, lamb, jam, and keep us, of course, in abject poverty. And as Rowley would say, Rowley had said on a Emancipation Day presentation, he said that the African, he's disappointed because the African is at the lowest rung of the socio-economic ladder. But of course, failing to acknowledge the fact that the so-called African Party has been in office for the longest, and that ought not to be So it is a failure on the part of the so-called African community, or they have an agenda that says only a certain class of Africans will catapult to the top, and you leave the rest of them in abject either poverty or squalor, and they must be seen as a voter bank, full stop.
But that is what we are. That is what we are.
That small group of persons in office. That is how I see it. But you're quite right. To start off this discussion is the question of the Indians as far as the politics is concerned, and the constant antagonism and the mashing up and coming together and mashing up and coming together over history. We have seen that, even though in other areas they have, of course, progressed tremendously. In fact, to the envy of many of us Africans, and that is something we have to evaluate as we move forward, because young people are watching, and we have a greater and greater number of Douglas as part of our population. So therefore, a fella can say again in a very short space of time, he's not a pure Indian or a pure African, and therefore that kind of cross-pollination, if you want to call it that, would certainly
at the natural level, we love each other.
Yeah.
My great-grandmother come from India, great-great-grandmother come from India, Louisa Moduri. She black man. My grandfather, my great-great, he love the Indian, he do lahin. And we love each other. We do lahin, love the Mahalaba, whatever you call it. But just when it comes into the politics, boy, we are having, and I want to point more, is PNM. Me ain't seen the East Indians at all. Because PNM is who come and divide this country by race. Them do it. To benefit them. Man,
yeah.
Let me go. Let me take a break.
Let me wish you a little Isaiah and Mr. Lara belated, well, happy birthday and belated birthday respectively. So have a wonderful one, and I trust that the latter had a wonderful one.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is how it is. That's the reality of Trinidad and Tobago today. But these kinds of,
let me take the break and come back,
frontal arguments must come to the fore in order for us to have a better society. The society is evolving ethnically and otherwise. This pseudo-racist agenda of the PNM, let me say what I mean by pseudo-racist. A pseudo-racist is one who uses his or her own race to advance him or herself, utilizing, of course, his own kind.
Right, and all I want in the future is that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago that understand PNM, bad PNM, need to go. We mustn't be doing no diagnosis after the fact. What we need to do is look at the strengths that we need to work on, adapt, and do in order to make sure we eliminate, get rid of this taxing, lying, thieving, Rowley, blight, piping politically, sprung in all the whole country politically, Rowley and Hines and all of these quabos, blights. I don't know, boy.
Isaiah, happy birthday to you. Of course, you are 9 today. Happy birthday. Of course, we go for the break. And when we come back, you will continue.
Isaiah, mother and father, happy birthday to Isaiah. Right? This is how serious, and I'm going to give people an example again. She had the money yet to buy the books, the textbooks, the school bag, the school shoes, the stationaries, to get the school and all, them school and all taking money. She had the money yet? This is how serious it is, you know. Why we need to get rid of the PNM, you know?
Yeah.
She had the money already for that? Or she still have to find a way, or the government had to create some opportunity?
That'll find a way, but in the discussion, let us not lose it. That in spite of the fragmentation and inability to stay long in office, when that so-called Indian-oriented party is in government, because of the attitude and conduct and practical poor governance by the so-called African-oriented party, I'm talking about the PNM, the African always fare better under a UNC or Indian-focused or origin political organization. That
Right,
has
and you know why?
also been part of our history.
Because you know what they say in the communities in real?
Yeah.
That they say PNM don't treat their own good because they have we, they had, but they didn't get me at all.
Right.
They didn't have me at all again. I gone so long, since 2007 or before. And they say the East Indian government, they treat we good because they want to make sure and keep we. Them treating we good. Look at the kind of treatment the African people, we get it nice under Kamal and Tikam, you know. We come and bring back this Kunta Kinte here, boy. And this Kunta Kinte is a wicked black man, you know. This Rowley is a devil.
And the only competition to the so-called 1% in its diversity is, of course, that grouping of persons as well. But it open up the eyes of the Africans who believe that they have to exist in an atmosphere and in a cycle of poverty as your prospects are improve and as your mind is open and as your vision for the future, the family and so on, and your community. And that is why, by and large, one of the reasons that at least why there is less crime and murders and so on under a UNC administration as opposed to a PNM administration that totally neglect the African community.
Yeah, no, that is true.
It is the African community that make up the majority in the prison system in this country. Let's not waste time. It has always been so since under Kamala Prasad Bisesa, when Rowley was, of course, a bleeding heart for Africans, when the state of
emergency love African. You love them.
In 2011. Yes, he love African then. Yeah. As soon as he gets back into office, all kind of expansion of the Gang Act and the No Bail Act and harsh up penalties.
And we know of the government.
And we know the government and increase in electricity, even though he knows
property
that
tax.
They are suffering and that they are at the lowest rung of the socio-economic ladder. And of course, property tax and increase potentially in water in water rates and no water in some instances, or in fact, too many instances. I mean, it's pure pain, agony, drudgery, and trauma under this PNM administration, but they are very exploitative. But I'm going to tell you this.
Hey, we really had to take a break, boy. You go finish that?
Just a minute. Let me just say this, because one caller said it earlier, that the African community, he says, the supporters are the ones that have to turn away. You know, when it happens, because it happened already in 1986, when the country is at its lowest ebb. When they take the break, destruction.
Gotta take the break.
We take the break when we come back more. Yes.
Nice. Because it has Santa Cruz. This one, look at my people trying to get in and tag in. So, no, we go get buff up, you know. Look, Pfizer bad.
Yeah, I understand that, but I thought it was important. I don't normally do that, but people, we go for the break, and when we come back more on this edition of the Ground Report. Thank you, Mikey.
Take the break.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Steiners. Serving local breakfast items like sada, pies, fry and roasted baked, with all your favorite fillings and assorted lunches. Available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau as low as $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. Crab and dumpling on Fridays, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Soup Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. A la carte with burgers, fries, nuggets, gyros, loaded hot dogs. Just about anything you could think about. From 6 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. For more information, call 382-9347 to place your order. Chinese and Ari Restaurant. Open 7 days a week at St. James.
The big question today, how much will my electricity bill increase? Stop worrying Act now. Replace your bulbs with energy-efficient LED bulbs now available at Trinity Lighting. When you purchase 4 60-watt LED bulbs for $112.50, you get 2 absolutely free. That's right, absolutely free. Or purchase 3 100-watt LED bulbs for the same price and get 1 100-watt LED bulb free. Trinity also has the following options. Purchase 2 4-foot LED tube or 1 8-foot or 2 LED colored bulbs for the same price, $112.50. At Trinity, we also stock specialty items and a wide range of electrical supplies for all your household, medical, marine, commercial, and much more. Any hard-to-find bulbs or parts, we can source it locally or internationally. Check us out at 123 Western Main Road in St. James or call 628-8373, WhatsApp 461-8620 or email trinityetc@yahoo.com.
Wendy and Friends present their 8th annual White Affair All-Inclusive Labor Day, Wednesday, 19th June, Shoveler Drive, Edinburgh 500 Chaguanas, Chuck E. Cheese exit from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Get your early bird specials now for $500. General admission, $600. Guest artist, The Baron.
In a party with my baby.
Tony Prescott.
All aboard. Ship ahoy.
With your DJs, Dr. Hyde, Dr. Ross, DJ Glenn, and Mr. Desmond. For tickets, call Wendy at 727-3049, Joanne 708-0205, Charmaine at 770-3526, Blackie at 765-2736. It's Wendy and Friends annual 8th White Affair All-Inclusive Fundraiser, Labor Day, Wednesday, 19th June. Don't miss it.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Black is elegant. Black is seductive. Black is sexy.
Hyde and Farouk presents Black and Sexy.
Black and sexy.
You couldn't get me physical down.
An exclusive party experience.
June 22nd from 10 p.m.
At the Police Mess, Circular Road, St. James.
Black and sexy DJs for the night are
DJ Ramona and DJ Darrell,
Kevin Baker, and Beats by Robin.
The massive Dr. Hyde and Rise International. Black and Sexy.
Tickets cost $100. You pay more at the door.
And available at Bobby's Bacurette,
Sammy's Seafood Arima,
No Luna Baruka,
Hunty's Outlet,
Farouk's Barbershop Mova, and at the Police Mess in St. James.
For more information and tickets, call 303-5920
or 748-0085. Black and Sexy.
Black and Sexy.
Saturday, 22nd of June at the Police Mess, Long Circular Road, St. James.
Sponsored by Tech Flex, powered by 104.7.
Big body, what's up?
This is the Voice of Labour, Joanne Ogier, Secretary General of the Communication Workers Union. We are calling on all workers and citizens who care about Trinidad and Tobago to join us on Labour Day, this June 19, 2024, as we assemble at 9 a.m. Avoca Junction, Faizabad. Let us send a strong and clear message to this uncaring government and all oppressive companies that we are one voice, one movement, and we demand justice for all. See you all there.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Midland Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Aruca. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Midland also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp
7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Midland.
For over 100 years, radio has been the most accessible, and to date, it's still the most listened to medium everywhere. More FM 104.7 is programmed so you can hear us everywhere. Never miss a beat. This station and its programming is fit for the listeners everywhere with the most variety in Trinidad and Tobago. You are guaranteed to reach your target market with More FM 104.7. Get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey Stores. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428 or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your number 1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
This is the voice of labor. My name is Rudy Atwell, General Secretary of the Aviation, Communication and Allied Workers Union. We are calling on all workers and citizens who care about Trinidad and Tobago to join us on Labor Day, June 19th, 2024. We assemble at 9 a.m. at Avocat Junction, Faizabad. Unite to fight. Justice for all.
Saturday, 20th July. Get ready for the More Music Festival. Concert Capital, Queens Park, Savannah. With headline superstars. R&B sensation, Shalamar. Featuring Howard Hewitt, Jeffrey Daniel, and Carolyn Griffey. Reggae dancehall icon, Tanya Stevens. From Barbados, Biggie Irie. The living legend, General Grant, Big Bang Karma. With Robbie B and Nisha B. Plus the All-Stars Band and more. Early bird general tickets available now at only $200. Exclusively at Cache Stores nationwide. Good Times Bar, Sandy Grande. Adderley's Cross Crossing. Scrapes Car Wash, Trin City. Farouk's Barbershop, Movar. Bobby's Bar, Q-Rep. Dust Till Dawn, Point Fortin. And More FM, 177 Tragreed Road, Woodbrook. VIP $700. And VVIP all-inclusive $1,500. Tickets only available at More FM. For more info, call 221-4913 or see social media for details. Keywords More Music Festival.
Right, we should be on. Pleasant morning to you, Lennox Smith.
Good morning to you as well, my friend. We are back. Time check. Could you give them the time there?
It's 9 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Well, of course, the polls results are in by elections.
Yes.
Try to extensively evaluate what is happening. Some my considered opinion about the way the PNM is seeing, of course, the victory in Indian Walk as if it's a monumental victory election, the way how the celebration seemed to have evolved. And of course, all of us know it's a hollow one, but of course, but it has to be taken in proper context as far as the UNC is concerned as to what went wrong. And of course, having regard to the margin of victory, I was concerned about the margin of victory. Some 700, I believe. It might have been we reduced, I'm not certain from the last information I would have had. So by tomorrow, of course, we will know. Well, during the course of today, we'll know the exact figures we are looking at and how to evaluate. But the fact of the matter is that is the fact. And I don't know what your views are. I just those were some views that were expressed.
Yeah, and let me thank you for healing out. Isaiah is celebrating his ninth birthday today. Yeah, coming from his family and his grandfather, Mr. Lara, who also celebrated his birthday recently. So happy belated birthday to you and all the good folks and vendors out there at the Eddie Hart grounds that are locked on to the ground report. A pleasant good morning to you indeed. Well, Lennox, at the end of it all, you hear so many people weighing in on this matter and weighing in on that matter. Some saying that it was because of whatever transpired in the UNC internal election. But I don't know why give credit or try to give credit to people who are simply not relevant. I think we have passed that now. I have seen personally, it depends on the eyes that you're looking through and seeing this thing and how you're viewing it. But I've seen back-to-back victory. I mean, Saturday, Star Power. Yesterday, Quinam Mondiablo. So, again, they may try to embarrass us, but they cannot destabilize us and they cannot defeat us. We are UNC and proud. The fact of the matter this morning is that people are waking up and understanding, yes, this thing is serious. The ground report has been preaching this to you like the gospel for the last
Mikey,
9 years.
Talk!
Last 9 years, what we are up against. And I'm so happy that Andy put things right back in perspective. So you must never lose any sight of that. We are talking about this taxing, lying, thieving, baby killing government. Again, I want to repeat that. Taxing, lying, thieving, baby killing government. You can't leave out the baby killing. Very important. So what does that mean? It means that you have to participate. Some people who are weighing in this morning are still there trying to hold on to the little bit of shade they're getting in that comfort zone. But that comfort zone is gone. You can't stay on the sidelines anymore. You have to get involved. If you're not part of it, you need to register. You need to join. You need to become a member. You too need to understand the work that has to go in to make sure that we remain UNC and proud as one unit moving forward. Yeah, there's going to be some negativity, but don't wallow in it. Yeah, there's going to be a little heartache, but don't break down on that. That's what battles are all about. But then you dust yourself off, you look across the horizon, and you say to yourself, that is where we need to be, and that is what we have to work for. And never lose sight of that, regardless of what. Spoke about pixie dust, all the factors that people are bringing up. You hear it right here on the ground report. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pixie dust. Because while we are fighting to save this blessed country, and while we are united to make sure to get rid of this PNM blight, you have to understand that this thing is more than politics for the people sitting in red. This is about survival and staying out of jail. You thinking this is just about seats for them? This is about trying their best to evade the silver bracelets. This is not a game, people. When you start
so
to weigh
them
on
ain't gonna make it easy.
For what it really is. No. How could they make it easy? It's not going to be easy. You have to ask yourself this morning, all right, look at these figures. Did they start some new housing development in this area? What's going on here? How these figures are? Yes, but as the facts of the matter, they will do anything and everything. They will throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink. These people are serious. You think it's games or what? When we reach outside here, we walking up and down in our hot sun, sweating like runaway slaves because we know we have to fight for our future, for ourselves, our family, and generations to come. Talking about, so you thought this was all the while for the last 9 years? You could just sit behind a keyboard and just make some opinion and feel like, no, you have to work. You have to come down in the trenches, roll up your sleeves, and work. I just say you're UNC and proud and you ain't put in no work. To know you in market time card and come in and pick up something and say, hey, let me get in where I fit in. And forget about those who have issues and those share your vision. So what? This journey is not for everyone. When you reach on the side of victory, there are people that you may see and people that you wouldn't. That is life. It's time to grow up and get involved. UNC and proud, and there was back-to-back victories. This weekend we had Star Power. Yesterday we had Queen and Mondiablo. And we will continue to fight. We will continue to unite. And we will continue to stand our ground. Leave the crying for the babies now, man. We have work to do.
Nice. Trinidad and Tobago, the lines are open, so you all could make your calls, all who was calling and did not get through. Boy. The number is called 229-0251, 229-0251, or 239-5120, 239-5120. We'll give you a WhatsApp call at 366-3053, 366-3053. So all the lines are open. So don't take them for granted, as they say. Don't do that. Them running from self-abraced, you know. That hence the reason that are the EBC, that are the police commissioner, that are the chief justice, that the president, they have the law association, they have everybody. You ain't see that had the churches, some of them and all over. Oh, so don't feel it's an easy battle. Let we organize. As Mikey said, put on all the gloves, put on all the boots, get all the workers, come out, and it's time to work.
That's right.
It could come with
That's
work.
what it's all about. You have to get involved. How much cottage meetings you having in your street? When all of us gather to talk about when somebody get gunned down around the corner, somebody break in somebody's house, beat up the elderly couple around. That's the only time all of us come out. Work has to be put in to make sure that we change things in this country. It can't just be wishful thinking. You know better than that. What a surprise. A shock. But this, I think, and everybody becomes a political guru. But this and that, you see what's going on? I feel as though you feel what? You feel it's time to come out and walk? And we tell you come out, you gotta come out in your numbers. Put in the work. You're not just going to waltz in here. They're not going to give you anything. These people are fighting for their freedom.
With a whole treasury.
That's right.
With we money.
We didn't start to see the pixie dust yet.
But the only thing is, boy, that people they will suffer for years. They get a little pixie dust and thing, and as they get that, they just they just forget about that suffering. Why do you know that? Mad people, boy.
I think Lennox was breaking that down. I mean, you know.
Right, all go ahead and call her.
Lines open.
Right,
Give me good folks out there. Yeah, all who see that don't get a chance to call in, make your call now. I don't know, perhaps I hit a nerve. You know, well, listen, I tell you as it is. These things are going to happen. You want to spend your whole day wallowing and crying. Well, this is the wrong program for you. The Ground Report has never dropped the ball to say that we are going to lose focus and be a part of any pity party. This is the Ground Report. You know very well what the Ground Report gives. Don't we come here and licking wounds and talking that? We have to stay laser focused and fight this fight. Who said it was going to be easy? I promise you it's just going to be something that you can just waltz into. You know what you're up against? You understand what you're up against? Taxing, lying, thieving, baby, killing people.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning, Andy. Enterprise. Andy, you all have to talk about the seat that we win too. We're only talking about the seat that we lose. You know, it is a sellout there because money pass. Money pass and work start doing there for it to gain that seat. And when a preacher man become a politician, watch me, he ain't no damn preacher man. You take care and watch me. We will fight the fight and watch me. Victory will be on we side.
All right, but you have to come out and work, encourage people, talk to people. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Mikey, Lennox, Newbie, and to everybody out there.
Good morning, darling.
Before I make my contribution, I want to say things. Mikey, you would make a very good motivational speaker, because everybody, I mean, not judging it by me, everybody were very disappointed this morning about that loss. I would say it's a loss with that Indian walk seat. But after listening to you, I put aside my differences and I'm here this morning. But we have to sit up and we have to take stock. We have to sit up and we have to take stock. And I always like what you always say. They can try to embarrass us, but they cannot destabilize us. And before I go any further, I want to give thanks and I want to hail out two people this morning, Chandy and Peter Thomas. They're from Labrie, for all the support and everything that they have given to UNC and their counselors and the MPs and everybody over the years. I say thank you on behalf of the UNC. Now, as I said, we have to sit up and we have to take stock of what it is went on there, right? Now, it is my understanding, people were calling me yesterday and telling me that Faris, Camille, and Rowley, they were down there. What were they doing down there? What were they doing? Now, we know that they were sharing out goodies. Mrs. Wasabi Sessa mentioned it, and the amount of goodies that they were sharing out in the millions and billions of dollars, right? She tell them, take it and vote them out. I want to ask the people today, all who took it and voted for the PNM, the money is going to finish, but the standard of living is going to still be there. That catch tail, that not knowing how you're going to make with your groceries or whatever, it is still going to be there after that money is finished. But Mikey, do you remember Anil Jutaram telling us some time ago when he was the counselor, I think he was, telling us that the business people can vote twice in local government elections? I am asking a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Right? That they can vote twice in local government elections. And with the help of the ABC, they can do that. Is this what happened there yesterday? Because, Mikey, as much as we want to move on, we have to still stop and think, right? Last year, 10 months ago, it was a draw. And today it's 500 votes. The difference is 500 votes. Where did that come from? Now, we heard after the internal elections is that, I don't know how he know that, right? If somebody who he was financing whispered it to him that there were more votes than voters. You see, PNM know they judge people by their dirty actions. So I am asking this morning, were there more votes than voters in Indian Walk? We have to ask these questions. We cannot let them get away with it. And when Keith Rowley wants to sit on his sanctimonious throne and talk about what went on in UNC election, he must forget what they did to Patrick Manning in 2010. And we had Barry Garcia crying on the station where it was on the other side about what it is they do. We didn't get it we got it from the horse's mouth. You understand? Not the donkey who was repeating it. What they did to Patrick Manning that night. And as Pity Valley reminded us yesterday, when they chased Rowley out of Balize House and the convention center when he went up against Manning. We must also remember, Mikey, what they did to Bo Sharma. You remember the nasty things Rosie said about Bo Sharma and Danny Montano, Penelope Beckles and all them when they went up against him, and even Teixeira recently. We remembered Marlene asking Penny what she ever do to hold the PNM together. She's not glue. We remembered all of that. So Keith Rowley looked like he's suffering from selective memory syndrome. But, as you rightly said, Mikey, we have to put on our boots. We cannot stop. We cannot stop. We have to continue and keep laser focused. They could try to embarrass us, but they cannot destabilize us. We have to show them that. And I want to congratulate everybody that came out yesterday. No, we also had the Muslim festival yesterday, so maybe that was part of it as well. But I want to congratulate everybody, and in my eyesight, you were all winners. Take care, guys. Thanks a lot, and have a good morning.
Thank you very much. Morning caller.
Thank you.
Andy for Grandy, and Grandy for Andy. And that is why I call it for the Carter Foundation observers to come. Uncle Lennox, Uncle Lennox, and Mikey. Now, you see when you have your street captains, and your people who canvassing for you, and your machinery is not working. Because if we start at 2,000 and we hang at it, right? We're supposed to know how much more to take me over the line and we're looking at. So what it is, let me find out first. Is it the boundary of Indian Walk where this by-election take place? Is it the PNM strongest hold and the majority is PNM? That the 8,000 is 7,000 people is PNM? No. It's a mix. And it's the people who's supposed to come out and give the commitment, right? They didn't come out because Doggy Look at Bone, the song, this is where it reflects to. And I told Andy yesterday, when I congratulate the star team, that Andy, now it's time to go to all the village councils and all the councillors and start your own party group and fundraisers to bring it, right, to get the financing. But the thing about it is when we as a people see stupidness, right, and don't understand, Keith Rowley and the PNM just do a test run to see how they can thief an election. And you see the vigilant are people who are supposed to stand up on our side, the UNC side, to watch and observe properly. We supposed to don't have, we postpone them. And every time an election call is who vexed who from since barrage time. And sugar workers didn't get the money, and this one, and Mahasaba, this one, and that one. You see what it leading to? Because Rowley know now that all he have to do is give us some more houses and a little more program, and our representative is calling for road repairs, landslip, and betterment for how long? For the last 5 years. And it was going on their face. Right? So when you see how they play the game, they had the treasury and they will play the game. And we, the UNC supporters, we really telling ourselves that this is a serious election. So let we understand and going forward that when the general election comes, we will still get lazy and we will wait. But the moral of the story is the PNM test the machinery, they work. But I want to ask a question now. I would like to know how long the people apply for their house grant, repair grants, and how long it takes for them to get it, and all the members who apply for it. So you see the discrepancies, but what we as a voter, why we didn't come out and stand up and put vote in the ballot box? Eh? But we said, oh, we win a nice small thing. So here we go again. And for 9 years, a crash economy, $3 billion missing, $100 million in our books, our road repair company, fire the board, default everything, put the friends on the board of NIS and privatize it, put it in bank and dissipate the asset. Now the government in Wassa sending home the managers, putting contractors on top of it. So great is the PNM. And we as sufferers, when we were talk after election, so you see, when the day is called upon, Andy, no, for Grandy and Grandy for Andy, you know what lies ahead. So let me start the book. Nice day to everybody.
What lies ahead, it's not an easy battle, but you see. And as you
That's
say,
right.
people have to
It's
come
not an
out,
easy battle.
come out and fight the fight. Just up there talking. I said attackers, boy. People want action now. Get involved. Let me go to the line.
Involve, Andy. Who's on the outside? He crying for the baby, man.
Morning, caller. Go ahead, caller. Caller.
Andy, hang up this one, man.
Oh, you still there? All right.
On the outside.
Nice. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, morning. Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you. Morning.
Hello.
Morning, caller.
Yeah, morning. Andy, Lennox, Mikey, good morning. I'm trying to be good. Listen, again, all of my vexed with me this morning, but here we're going on. You see all them people who vote for PNM in Indian Walk, here we're going on. You see when all this started getting all the bad roads in fix thing, I want to tell all you all, stick with the PNM, I got for all you, all this sell all this soul for next to nothing, and with that I go on.
So you have to be we have to understand the callers and them too. With the hurt, the feeling, you see the hurt too, they see, look how the lash, the hurt. Because they can't believe it.
Hurt with what?
They can't believe that the
PNM
could be winning things.
9 years. Hurt for what? Look in your bank account and you go see your pain. Look at the fact that you were once part of the middle class and you get wiped out. Look at the fact that the money you were saving to send your children to school, that gone, you had to use it. Look at the fact that you had to play hopscotch every month with the bills. Who go get paid, who ain't go get paid. Look at the fact that your fridge looking like it's for sale because it's empty. Look at the fact that there's no proper health care, no good infrastructure, and you have a stagnant economy where revenue is not being generated. That is pain. You know why that is pain? Because that's reality. That is the truth. You have to understand there are people who don't want to pay the consequences for their actions. They made us, they wiped us out, they hurt us, our relatives and loved ones who died in the midst of the pandemic. That is pain. That is thing to cry for. Not the reality of the fact that there are people who trying to evade being locked up and have the key and have the laws thrown at them. That taxing, lying, thieving, baby killing individuals. They have no heart. They have no soul. So you think it's going to be easy to just walk over them? They're not going to make it easy for you. The ground report has never lied to you. Whether it be Lennox, Andy, Mikey, we don't come and lie to you. The fact of the matter is it's not going to be easy, so start putting in the work.
That's a fact. Morning, caller.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Let me say good morning to you. Mikey, I'm say good morning to you. Lennox Smith, good morning to the listeners. And I am not surprised what happened there in the walk. I come here Thursday and I said that the councillor, the candidate at that time, now he's the councillor, was giving out hampers, house, land, and then on Thursday night, the leader said, I say it first because I get my inside source. But when I hear the name of Indian Walk, after this, I was telling Mikey this, I said, but after, when I see the people, I said, but it's Africans up there. So the name was really fooling me. The name was really fooling me. But I saw it's always Africans living in Indian Walk. So the name really fooled me. I thought, and you know something? I'm not happy this morning about the seat in Superior because I know that was home seat. That is UNC and UNC proud day. You see the seat in Indian Walk? I think that we pay more attention to the internal election than we put. Yes, we did have resource in Indian Walk, but we didn't pay much in resources there because the international was there. And why Rowley sent his MPs, and nothing wrong with Rowley having his MPs up there because it's a campaign. And he being up there, nothing wrong with that because he want to campaign. We should have been up there. Our leader should have been up there. This is Kingsley. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. But I want to tell the UNC, after all, there is hope. There is hope he's going to win the 2025 election. Because we have Jillian to win Lokita Taparo. We have Anna Roberts to win St. Jovis. We have Kamala Prasad as the leader. We have the new executive. We do not have to spend money on the PNM. We will win the election without spending money. Because we believe that all the else that the PNM doing, the people is going to vote for the UNC. So don't worry the UNC. Don't worry UNC. We have it in the bag. It's right there in the bag. It's just to pull out. It's just to pull out the bag and victory be around. So, as I said, I am not disappointed in the result because I see the kind of work what the PNM put down. Money. And if I be real as I close, I know the UNC tell me they have no finances. Hierarchies in the UNC, big high-profile people in the UNC tell me that the UNC have no money, they have no finances gone. And I ask the question many times, how we can be a government in waiting and we have no money. Also, we cannot be a party and trying to muzzle the ground troops and using the high-profile Rockies to do the political shooting. We cannot depend on Anna Roberts alone, on Jolene John, on Barry. Why the strong activists are being muzzled? Why the talk show are gone?
Hello? All right, let's get the next call. Morning caller.
He said he was gone. He said
Gone.
he was gone there. Who's on the outside? Morning.
Morning. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Lennox. Andy.
Morning.
The people in Indian walk. Morning, Papa. Morning. The people in Indian walk. Nothing. They hear straight, but their mind twist. The people in Indian walk. Or they go start eating wood just now. Or they go start eating other cupboard. They don't want nothing good in this country. You understand? Look what good in this country. All the game pressure for 9 years. And all they end up taking this organized country, all they go end up eating wood in Indian walk. Have a blessed and friend day, Andy. Have a blessed day, Mr. Santa.
Morning caller. Morning caller.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
You know, it's like kill Jesus and give me Barabbas. You understand me? When will these people wake up and see what's going on? And why they are so evil to their own self, boy? It's what really it is. You suffering under this evil man that they call Rowley, and you still go for that man. You know what happened? I'm wondering if we Trinidadians are these foolish people, most foolish people on planet Earth. Are we the world looking at us as some set of fools? You believe this?
Oh boy, I understand you the people, I understand you the people, but at the end of the day, Mikey, break it down. At the end of the day, it's the work. The work have to be done. And the next thing is, I don't want the people of Sandy Toko, Sandy Grande, Valencia, all to be jealous. Because I hear Kingsley say, we are Arnold Roberts to win St. Joseph. We are Jolene John to win La Hocketa. Don't hurt my belly and say, Toko Sandy Grande Valencia stay in PNM. So let me correct it Tuna because that the hot my belly. And we are yours truly, Andy Williams, the Pitbull Radio, to win Toko Sandy Grande Valencia from the PNM. We had that too. And we have other seats and other people. And we have the San Fernando West to win too. We have real seats to win. We have real work to do. And I understand you, the people, who are crying out this morning. And it's by all right. Because what's that all they cry? This wicked government. This evil man Rowley. This dog. This dog. That is the pain the people feeling. And people not lashing out because they want to. They really want to. They're lashing out of that disbelief. That if some people wake up and smell the coffee. And when they come out and get involved in the politics and get rid of the PNM, People crying out there. I am all crying out there. Right now too. I crying too. You know why? Because when I see people making decisions like that and still game P&M a chance, it's because I crying from now because I don't know. If all of you this 10 years bad, oh God boy, only give them 5 more now, we dead, you know. So they serious cry, people crying too, Mikey. I understand, but the serious cry because people will watch the pattern of people. Whether it is the who have 2 votes or 3 votes, at the end of the day, them men running from silver bracelets. If they can get 5 votes from one person, them go and do that, and they will get away with it. And they look, but you always seeing, whether they had the treasury, the whole treasury, Indian War Gate, nice, big cedars, whole grant, this, that. At the end of the day, them playing to win. And they're doing what they do to win because they know when they do it, it is possible. Because people ain't studying that pain they have been going through for 9 years. Property tax come in. Well, let's see what Kamala Prasad be says, sir. This godly lady read out, we'll get a document, that cabinet document underlining various taxes that come into hit we. All they ignore that. And all they still voting P&M. Many all tell school opening, you know. Under Kamala Prasad be says, sir. By a man, I'm a little I children. I did not worry about all that textbooks, you know. One child is $2,000 something by. So if you have 4 at $2,000 something, but you had to fork up $10,000, you still have book the stationery, the school shoes, the this, and then on top of that, them school and them they take money from you too. And then you have to provide transportation for them to go to school. You understand? They people, this thing very, very, very serious and all. Everybody had to get a gloves on. All it works for no money really. Because the minimum wage never go up. Them children money. 3 billion missing. Or can be accounted for. But yet still, we under pressure. Look how Mikey K always is talk about 3,000 something children fall through the cracks. That unaccounted for. Plenty earlier was forced and sick now to take an injection for your work. Injection on our work. And then when you watch all of that, plenty earlier hot hitting pothole, plenty earlier surgeries, game off. Just to do a diagnosis, they get a date, 6 months, to tell you what's wrong with you, to know how to deal with you. And then when they know what's wrong with you, and now they have to deal with you, they tell you your surgery is a year from now. And when they go there, they cancel for next year like them getting new life. And then people seeing all you, living this, seeing this, all you have been a part of this. The crime situation, watch it. And then all you could still watch a balize and pavo there by. All you wicked. What hurting me? You know what hurting me? All your decisions killing me, killing other people like me, right thinking people by. That all we want is to live good. We want to live better. We deserve to live better. Them getting fat, we getting small. Them happy, we going mad. We frustrated. Frustration start before school if himself open back. Because you know it have no hope under this government. Them feeding their people. At the end of the day, how the people, the parents, single parent or the parents were now had to organize by the done thinking, you had to start from now, you know, because it's just 2 months. You had to get textbooks, you had to get school shoes, them cheap bag because we had to buy really cheap bag, it's plastic. If the book's too much, it busts in the bag. The really cheap shoes we buy, it go just last the child for 6 months, 7 months, and it go mash up because children just run and play and kick and do them thing. Wait, how much again? Hey? Oh, there's Obia. Like the whole of children, that's stupid or what? There's Obia? Or they're not thinking? Or they ain't feeling? Or they ain't seeing? Or they don't know? Well, boy, P&M. Well, let me get rid of the P&M. That's bad for Trinidad and Tobago. Boy, if all you think this is pressure, let them stay there now, boy. Oh, God, boy. I'm sorry for myself. But I have to feel it because people don't want to make the right decisions, why? Oh, God, why you just do people this? God, you, them who let them suffer alone now. The rest of we who understand you, God, know you, love you, respect you. Don't let me pay for them sins now. Jesus walk and pay for all of we sin. Why did people not pay for them one? Jesus didn't walk for mine already. Man, Mikey, go ahead now, partner.
Well, I couldn't say it better, my friend. I couldn't say it better. For those who are offended, you could always simply change the dial. I mean, if it is that the ground report is an issue for you, go listen to I-95 or whatever, but we've never lied. We've always been here from day one. And of course, with you, the people who are side by side with us. For those who, for whatever reason, may have an issue with it, hey, you have a choice. That's life. That's your option. We can't act surprised. Can't. You've been talking about this over and over. You have made your contributions. You've waited on it. Your perspective, because we are the people who are feeling it. And as my colleague just said, we want to live better. We must live better. We have to live better. We can't continue going down this road. And if you're still on the sidelines and you're still trying to make up your mind, hey, it's all well and good for you. But the majority of us, our right-thinking citizens, know exactly what has to be done. It seems that your job is just to look for kinks in the armor. What is your strategy? And who you're trying to please? And if the fact of the matter you feel that we are somewhat imbalanced, again, well, you move on. You ain't have to go home, but you had to get the hell out of here because we on the people business at the end of the day. This is what it's all about. Engineered, motivated, and led by ensuring that good governance is restored to our blessed Twin Island Republic. But we could cry and we could wallow in this all day, but we know we have work to do. You heard Kingsley? There's work that has to be done, and he made it clear. And you're on it. Let's hear from the good folks on the outside. I mean, this is where it is. Know what has to be done. We must live better.
Morning, caller.
Hello, morning. I love Rowley. When you want to suffer, vote P&M. When you want good living, you vote UNC. Why worry? Be happy. Love everybody. Rowley, boy, I admire you, boy. Your whole job.
Oh, Lord. Let's take some calls, man. Let's go. Oh,
he has been consistent, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That caller has been consistent.
I know that you love Rowley. Morning, caller.
Morning, Andy, Lennox, and Mikey. There are ground work to be done, right? Plenty ground work. It's not for people to stay in the air-conditioned office and on the cell phone whole time. Get down on the ground and go and tell the people what the P&M is doing and what they're going to do with all your after all the time they're in office and what they're going to do after the win. What they sit down, what all them UNC people sit down in the office in, all of them should be in Moruga and Lengua and all about in Princess Song. All of them. You think we're really stupid? There is a new loan that they're giving out to people in this country again from the government. $75,000 US. Right? And I want to know all this. I hear Lennox Smith telling these people in this radio station, Sylvia Bristol can do right. He have a talk with Kamala. Is she when she going to do that? Gary Griffith has come on this radio station and bumpy gum. He had an opportunity with all email gate and all the wickedness. Rowdy do. And I'll worry he locked them up. Now he rallying him out to come back in office to do what? To do what? Boy, I don't know that all of them is a set of talkers. Talkers. And another thing I want to say, when I talk on this radio station, the PNM had the tentacles all over and they didn't interfere with me. That's why I doesn't really want to call. You know, I had some boxes be coming through customs. They just rip open the box and tear it up and patch it up and pack it up. Real nasty and disgraceful. I'm telling them I'm taking the date and the time, all you're doing with that. And when Kamala, if she ever come, I'm going to tell she about it and I want to see what she going to do. All the wickedness that PNM doing people in this country, I want to see if Kamala could handle it when everything in this country is under PNM. I want to see if Kamala can handle that. Could she?
Yes, she can. She have. We have seen it. We have seen what Kamala Prasad Bisesa is made of. At the end of the day, she could. What we had to watch is nearly 10 years. Rowley handling it. Well then, if Rowley was handling it, you know, we would have never all these callers.
Hey, Pitbull, don't let me talk in now. Let me tell you something. And all you could get vexed with me for all you want. 2014, not 2014, it had things happening since before Kamala coming and all through while she was in office, she never did nothing about it. She ended up giving a church in Aruka nearly $8 million and they built still can't show people. What is wrong with all the boy? What were you talking about? She can handle it. Boy, let me start talking here. Or you check on yourself, you know. All right, and talk to Kamala before anything goes on.
Oh, all right. But like you go beat me, boy. But everybody know. But the woman wasn't perfect. But Kamala Prasad said, I will get shot about 195. Who is perfect? The woman raised pension, minimum wage, build schools, police get raised. Everybody had worked till here was flooded with Ghanaians and Jamaicans and all of that. Rowley come in power and all them foreigners most gone back. Imagine immigrants coming Trinidad. And when they realize it's pressure here too, them and all going back Venezuela. Well, they're telling me about Kamala Prasad Bisesa at the end of the day did a lot. What's me? For 5 years? What are we doing in 10? What are you doing 10? Destroy everything. Petrotrain gone. Refinery gone. Everything just gone. Whatever worth money, look. Clico, all our money. That and all. Gone. True value, gone. Look what they're doing. Clico has said 2 ways we own now Republic Bank. Republic Bank, we own it, you know. That, they're going to crash that. What we own again? First Citizens Bank? They're going to damage that too. That dummy done damage. Mr. Researcher is always tell all you the kind of stupid investments that First Citizens Bank is making. We own. And what we gain? Property tax. Gas prices raising. And all them different things. Man, let me go to the lines now, man. Let me go to the lines. That's why I frightened. And that's why I'm talking so. Because despite of what, we know how deceitful and wicked the PNM is. We know they know all the tricks that have to be done. But what I want us to all know is, if we know it, and as Mikey say, put on your gloves, put on your boots, start to talk, let we start to move, let we do what the only thing we could know, which is to meet the people, unite the people, while them out there. What's my Rowley could organize and pack how much ballot box and will still be defeated if it is the people are united. But there's some people out there just care about themselves, them have them money, them could live good, them could work with their family, them in serious decision-making positions, and they rather the whole bridge mash up, the whole cube destroy, than because of their own egos, than to put differences aside for the betterment of everybody. Everybody. Hence the reason I didn't like how Parry them operate. And that's 3 UNC 455. Despite of how you feel, the greater good must always defeat the greater evil. PNM is the enemy. Everybody will live better so long as them gone. We shouldn't be going down a road to destabilize the only option, which is the UNC and Kamala Prasad Bisesa, that give you all the opportunity. Yes. Yeah, take note. The greater good. Selfishness in life will reach nowhere. Sometimes good people, even if it is things not working or going in your direction, or you disagree with things, sometimes good people is have to make this sacrifice for the greater good. Hence Jesus. So let's think about all the big men. And Michaela and all you. Let's think about it. Before all of this, daddy alive, everybody good. A former prime minister. I respect Basdo Pandey. What's me? He better than Rowley and all. The man did a lot in 5 years too, just as Kamala. But I lost respect for Basdo Pandey based on, again, spirituality and morality, based on you must be able to forgive. And if forgiveness hard, what are the greater good you being an ex-prime minister, seeing what Rowley them doing and having nothing to say about it? And then when it's an election, people coming up to no, when you're fighting in the trenches, look how long are in the trenches fighting. Yeah, that fight, yeah, it's because you want to do that. Not stay and then election bell come. Yes, have a party. Yeah, all you vote for me, I'm going to set you all free. But where was you was around the savannah for the COVID? What was all your voice? All you want money now to have voice. What was all your voice when people was getting illegal injections against the will? Sick now, plenty dead. And I had no choice because I had to make a choice between paying the rent, the children going to school, the family, and take injection. All your voice. The Auditor General become a billions missing. That can come and help the same people all they want to help. When the ground report bring the people out there on the road, where was all your voice? That we could hear all your voice in our internal. Fighting. Trying to commit a coup against all the leader. That's how it come across, I being straight. In life, plenty of the politicians and people had to take for serious. Taking a hit for the greater good. That's why I admire the Auditor General. And standing up strong. Taking a hit for the greater good. Not much people get that. Who try? Get a throat bust. Central Bank Governor Joala. And that is where it's called humility. That is where it's called leadership. Understanding that despite of your ambitions, The greater good must always outweigh individual ambitions. Ways to be is to be. And when all they continue to think like this, well, then evil will continue to reign. And Rowley them will gerrymander boundary, they'll fix road, they will do all the mamagism, and then they will do what they do because they're trying to stay out of jail. They mash up the country. If that plenty money not accounted for, them fellas and them, you feel Rowley in the age, they 70-something want to sit down behind bar? Come on, man. All of them, they who jumping up with me money, you feel any one of them want to make a jail? So when all they watching that as football or entertainment, I know entertainment, you know, them will do everything possible to win the next elections. Because they cannot afford to lose. And we the people have to unite, understand what we live in, understand what's going on, understand we want to live better. We deserve to live better. We have to understand that and organize and fight against that. By uniting, coming out, working, encouraging our brothers, our sisters, everybody. Although many of them know that we deserve to live better. Let me try somebody else, man. Let me try somebody else. It's two parties in this country, you know. PNM, UNC. The two major parties. It's nearly 10 years at the PNM, look at SALT. 5 years under Kamala, the UNC, thing was nice. Try back the UNC. It is what it is. And to all you small parties that understand that all they have only 5-seater, 12-seater, and all those different things, please understand that all they can't go down that kind of road too. Do the same thing. Move forward for the greater good. Or else, all are we crying for? Go and get worse. And all who have money and feel all protected and blah, 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 when they can't get to the average, they go into all they do. They will have to eat. When man hungry, they go eat. Remember that. Especially when they're watching them politicians and them eating and nothing is going on with them. Mikey, everybody eating?
I didn't get any word as yet. Yes, Mr. X is in the building. They are ready, folks. Don't forget, of course, tonight, The Observer, 7 p.m., Gael TV, Amplia, Flow, Tigo, YouTube, Facebook. Of course, at 8 p.m., our very own Lennox Smith Corridor Transformation on social media. Andy, this brings us to the end of the program. Sense and Sensibility, Mr. Amar, Mr. X will take you through the mid-morning session. Folks, we won't be here tomorrow, but back on Thursday. Tomorrow is a holiday. We look forward to Thursday,
Yes.
where the narrative, of course, will be right back to doing the people's work. And as I said before, and even Ms. Santa Cruz echoed the sentiments, they can try to embarrass us, but they can never destabilize us, and they certainly will not defeat us. Get involved. Get involved. We are out of here.
More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Mr. X.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant. Open for breakfast and lunch. 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.